Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Whoa, camera's a little off. That should be good. Yep, that'll work. All right. Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hope everyone's having a good weekend so far. Hope you all are doing well, enjoying your days off if you don't work, and still enjoying your day if you do work. Oh, we got a busy day today, ladies and gentlemen. We have to finish the floating record today. That is one. And then for me, I have to do a couple of things on the back end today, especially the back end today. And then I got to do some stuff for the family, and then we have an event for the family as well for all the grandkids tonight. So we're gonna do that as well. So I'm excited, but it's gonna be a fucking long day. But that's all right. You know what? That's all right. Being able to have the family, being able to see everyone is going to be nice. It's going to be very nice. Let's see. I've got some things working on the back end, and I cannot hear. It's going to be very interesting. I ain't going to say nothing. But it's going to be very interesting to have this work out. And I can't wait to announce it when I'm able to. It's gonna be fun. Want to hear one of my favorite entrance lines by someone OP that saves you? It's not from PGR. Sure. Who's it from? I don't mind. I can't believe we're so close to being done. We're like right there, and it's fucking wild. Insane. And we're almost done with this chapter too. We got like what, eight episodes? Well, four nodes, and then four extra main nodes. So we got that, and then we got to do the affection story too. I forgot about that. We got the affection story that we have to do as well, because those also play a part in the main story. On top of that, so. Gonna be a busy stream today too. So I'm excited though. I don't want to waste really any more time on this. I want to get straight on into it, because I know that we've got the affection story, and then whether or not I do a short film or not on it, it's still yet to be determined. And then we're on to the main story. Limbus Company is so good at writing cold lines before each fight. I bet. All right. Arturo and Equinox. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you boys or ladies are enjoying your weekend. You're just in time. We're literally getting ready to start episode 19. Because I said I wanted to get this done today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. It's going to be a busy one as always. It's going to be a busy day. Going to be a busy weekend on top of that as always. I am excited though. I'm going to mute my music and pause the music, get my headphones on, and then we get ready to roll. So. Oh yeah, also apparently my fucking PC decided to shit the bed on me right before stream started, which is always fun. It started yesterday. It's like your PC is in recovery or something, so I got to figure out what the hell's going on there. So that's why stream's a little late, because the PC decided to do that. So that's always fun. All right. Here we go. All right, I'm ready. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 19, Living Fire. Oh, man. I don't know if my voice is ready tonight or ready for this today. Here we go. As Vera begins to run, another person with the high expectation has already reached out to the location of the hollow. He stumbles along the way, his severed arm barely bandaged, desperately evading crazed hetero creatures, leaving a dribbling trail of blood behind him. Hell yeah. Long boy! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good so far as well. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. You're just in time. We just started this episode. Because we've got to be able to get it done today. Because we also got to do the affection story as well. I completely forgot about that. So we got a busy day to stream today. But I'm hoping to get this done within this stream. That way we're ready to go for Tuesday. So we can get started with the main story. Here we go. Having exhausted all of his ammunition, he finally reaches the destination using Colonel's blueprint, only to step into emptiness as he forces open the door open, tumbling down the staircase 5 or 6 meters high. I'm not logging into PGR for 4 days already. Rest in peace, my serum. Yeah, your serum's gone. If you haven't used it already, it's gone. Because I forget that shit expires in like a week, I believe. Sometimes 2 weeks. So, Rez! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you here. You're just in time. We just started a floating record, so a side story. And hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you are being safe. And just take it one day at a time. So you're just in time. We just started this episode. So, all right. We're getting this chapter done today. And if we have time, we're gonna do the affection story. So I'm excited for that too. So, all right, here we go. He's forced to lie on the still ground for 2 minutes. Excruciating pain causes his muscle to spasm and convulse while waves of darkness clouds his vision. Why? Oh, why is it so dark? Should have reached the place by now. Just my rotten luck. According to the original plan, he only wanted to find someone in his gene respiratory can confirm a few details. That's why he went to great lengths to get this close to the Grey Raven Commandant and Vera, using every possible way to force him into their ship, insisting on coming here with them. If I could be of some help to the Commandant, perhaps I could have a chance to return to Babylonia. Finally, leave Colonel behind. The original plan didn't involve any sacrifice, significant risk. But no, it'd come to this. Sinners on one side, crazy Okutas on the other. Not only did I get nothing out of it, I even lost my arm. Good Commandant. I wonder if they were right. Pathetic. I actually didn't trust their last chance to find me. Foolish. Hot of Guy is high. He looks like a K-pop celebrity. He struggled to prop himself up and began feeling around in the darkness, but unexpectedly, several familiar silhouettes started dancing across his retinas. Oh, great. Life is flashing before my eyes. Grey Raven, pushing Grey Raven, or punishing Grey Raven. Someone made peek. What's a K-pop? It's a type of celebrity for Japan. I believe it's Japan. Just basically think of him as like a celebrity boy who's hot that people really, really, really adore. That's what it is. The first to appear before his eyes was the first ever optimistic Bebu, displaying an uncharacteristic agitation. What's your old rolling off this? Are you a hero or a shadow? Korean? Korean. Okay, my fault. Isn't that just Justin Bieber? I mean, yeah. Japan is J-pop. Oh, damn. I'll see the light. I fucked up. Oh well. Yeah. Just think of them as like celebrities who can sing. Almost like what we have in the Western area. Are you truly content with that, or are you willing to be sacrificed, Shadow? Of all the faces I've seen before death, had to be yours. How pitiful. Already got this part. Bubble shakes his shoulders, only then does he hazily make out his surroundings. Endless fires rage around them, blood flowing in rivers. The survivors gather around him, but the equipment on everyone flashes with the red warning lights. It's the graduation simulation battle. I remember this point. The floating processor is completely drained. Bubble organizes what little equipment remains, distributing it among his companions while counting off survivors underneath his breath. Freeman's confirmed loss. Frall is no longer a simulation, but we've almost lost half our manpower. We stood to conquer the fire's high point. Give it up. What? Bubble freezes in place, looking incredulously at Halef. Whoever designed this simulation must have gone mad to set a difficulty this high. Since the remaining candidates already have enough accumulated points to determine top 10, we might as well give up. What madness are you talking about? Bubble grabs Hannes by the collar, trying to yank him up from the ground. Who was it that came to me yesterday talking about trying another approach? Well, you're the one who said that you'd handle it? Even if we must resort to the most costly human wave tactics, even if we could only crawl forward on the footsteps we have fallen, even if the only one person reaches to the end, we refuse to leave this high-risk zone just sitting there untouched. If we give up here, we're throwing away everything those before us fought for. That method is like ants clinging to another during a flood. No telling who'll be drowned or death left behind. You might as well make a chief act like this. What does competing for chief have to do with anything? Bubble, surprisingly enraged, shoves him back into a corner and walks to the crowd. Assemble! All the threats are laid before us, and we can no longer have the ability to counter them. Now, if we refuse to cover in fear, our only option is to charge through with everything we've got. And I know what you want to do. The final chance is right here, right before our eyes. We absolutely cannot give up. And you, Hanif. Bubble turns back to look at Hanif. Can't you see? I would have lost an arm. None of you people who come over and go ever cared if I lived or died. In my reality, I can actually die, you know. No, you absolutely cannot. In his memory, Bubba doesn't overthink it. He mutters something under his breath, extends a hand, and angrily pulls Hanif up from the ground. Oh god, it really hurts. If only someone in reality would pull me up like that. A sharp pain shoots through Hanif's severed arm, as if someone has actually pulled him up from the ground. Lost your way, my child. Hanif repeatedly opens and closes his eyes until his vision starts returning, adjusting to the light in this place. Rhythmically pulsating embryos surround him on all sides. Through their semi-transparent membranes, countless abnormal headal creatures can be seen waiting to be born. He really did find the right spot. Directly in front of him, the person who pulled him up is grinning widely while scrutinizing him. Is this fucking, the old man? Welcome to Zambro's Hollow. I am Hines, and you must be looking for me. Upon hearing this name and seeing the face clearly, Hanif instinctively throws the old man to the ground. His only remaining hand, his left, grips his gun tightly and aims it at Hines, and the gun that he knows is empty. Oof. You come a long way in disguise, and those two from Babylonia aren't here either, so we can talk normally now. Strikehawk is the K-pop team. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Master Splinter is back. True. True. Ooh, he's got a headpiece on this time. I have nothing to say to you. I heard your conversation with that Ascendant. All the problems in this place were created by you. So what? I heard your conversation with that girl you've been coming up through the surveillance system, and you said that you were here to find family. That you wanted to know your origins. So you're an old creep who loves eavesdropping. I can't help it. I've always had a strong thirst for knowledge. You're the same. What nonsense. Oh, you're the first to find me. You deserve a reward. So tell me, what do you want to know?
I'll patiently answer all of your questions.
Hanif's eardrums ring incessantly. He suspects that the fall might have gifted him with the conscience or concussion. He can't stand Hein's endless prattle. No matter how many questions he still has, there's only one thing that he needs to be done right now. Shut up! Hands above your head, or I'll shoot you! I know Curran knows about this well. Every experimental facility has a complete destruction protocol. Tell me how to activate self-destruction program. Under the thud of Hanif's gun, Hein raises an eyebrow in resignation and slowly lifts both hands.
Oh, is that really the answer you want most right now? How boring.
Cut the crap. I'm counting to 5. 5.
It's right behind you. No need to count. I'll tell you everything you want to know. You can activate it from that console behind you. What's wrong with your eyes? A few more steps and you would have crashed into it.
Hanif remains usually calm. With his most amused expression, he watches Hanif slowly back up until his waist bumps against the console he's mentioned.
The password is 68. Or 6 is 68. I've already entered it. Now you just need to use your biometric credentials to activate it.
Huh? Hanif listens to Heinz, almost doubting his own hearing as he begins to suspect his words.
Fingerprints, iris scan. You can pass every single rigorous security check.
Hanif slightly lowers his head, and just as Heinz said, well, all security verifications pass smoothly. The Crimson words, base destruction, appears before him like some kind of sick joke.
It's your decision to make. I can't control you anyway. Will you press it and destroy this place? Or will you let them remain and wait for them to present you with a completely new evolution?
What? No, why can't I? Hanif has never felt so lost. He's used to being the one who sets up trap and plays tricks on others, but this time he feels like he's walking step by step into someone else's carefully scripted farce, with himself as the clown.
From my perspective, I suggest you let them live, because they're all your brothers and sisters. Didn't you eavesdrop on us earlier? The first and most successful child absorbed an embryo that used me as a genetic template. But it's different from us now. It is broken free from the limitations of the human body, and it will become an origin of new species, so it shouldn't continue using the name Heinz. So I named it Eve. What do you think?
Hanif stands frozen before the control panel, allowing Heinz to casually unravel the questions that have haunted him for years. So that's it. Don't need to read that. Don't need to read that. Don't need to read that. We already read all this part. Yeah, right. Those PGR fangirl already freaking out on Kamui back with new frame. Yeah. So, I'm also Heinz.
That's about right. You're almost my perfect clone. From the golden age until the end, I've gone through 3 generations, and you, I've trimmed away some undesirable genes. Nearsightedness, high blood pressure, and the like. Oh, don't be surprised. Back in the golden age, genetic screening was a common method for the wealthy to practice eugenics. Some people even made clones from their own genetic samples that filtered out genes they didn't like. And so, generation after generation evolves, becoming a better version of myself.
So Colonel provided you with support and then helped you develop the next generation, resulting in me? Hanif stares at the name tag of the old man's clothes, the same name he's once used himself. He suddenly feels like a wave of nausea rise from his stomach. Why did you abandon the other 9 clones? Even those 9 didn't die. Even those who didn't die from genetic defects were murdered.
Because Karen isn't a charity. We've always had a mutually beneficial arrangement. I needed materials on a site, plus a way to continue my existence. While they satisfied these conditions, they also gained surveillance authority over you. Over me. What they needed was, at the very least, for the next Heinz to be more controllable, and naturally 1 was enough. Growing up under all these watchful eyes was very pleasant, wasn't it? You've been through a lot. But it doesn't matter. Once I complete the incubation of all embryos in the hollow, neither Colonel nor the Descendant will be able to restrict me anymore. I'll be the master of the new world. That is why I collaborated with the Ascendant. I bring the most advanced technology. He brings punishing, and together we can accelerate the birth of the entirely new species. He's similar to me, with multiple bodies, so it's pointless on how many times you kill him out there. He's always resurrecting from here, ensuring that large batches of his children hatch successfully. Is Hines the old man in Beware of the Old Man in A Profession Where Men Die Young? He seems like that to me. No, he could, yeah, he's just insane. Yeah, he's just insane. Hines points to several sleeping pods suspended upside down overhead, protected by the bone spikes grown from the head of creatures. You're misleading me. What I heard was my own ears reflect that the Ascendant thinks that you've done too many unnecessary things and that you have two already split up. Oh, it doesn't matter. What could you possibly learn from the pathetic eavesdropping skills? Besides, he doesn't approve of what I do, then his opinion doesn't matter. With a relaxed demeanor, he points to the nearest sleeping pod. Eve getting tangled with the grave and Commandant being turned against the Ascendant was purely accidental, but it's not entirely a bad thing for me, after all. The next Ascendant hasn't emerged yet, so I'm in control of everything outside for now. No wonder you're disgustingly full of yourself. Oh, come on, put down the gun and join me. Out of all the bullets anyway, isn't it? Oh, it's out of bullets anyway, isn't it? I'm the only one who understands you best. Hines breaks into a smile. Remember how you first received that information? Your Aurora Squadron team kept searching for intel on the mission. Then you suddenly discovered that your technical supervisor at a Colonel Gene Bank had the same name as you, Hines. I know myself all too well. I knew I definitely would be interested, and sure enough, you followed the scent right to me. You did this on purpose? Oh yes, it's true that the Ascendant killed people, and Iflitz does indeed harbor hatred for Colonel, but the one who embellished these facts, who falsely claimed Ascendant specifically requested that ship, was you. You were the only one who desperately searching for that gene bank. You saw clearly that Colonel wanted to keep secrets while Babylonia wanted to thoroughly investigate. Both sides are racing to learn more about the new Ascendant. And Vera, as a former member of the Colonel's Special Operations Division, would definitely reopen the investigation and definitely track down that key, the ship that could lead to this island. In the end, the Commandant and the Vera reaching on this island was all thanks to you. Didn't you know that would happen from the very beginning? After a brief moment of shock, Han finally realizes the magnitude of his mistake. Those two had just desperately entrusted him with their only way out. Just as he resolves to do something for the two, Hines strikes head-on, shattering his facade. Then Hines continues to laugh. I just leaked a bit of information, helped spread some news about the Ascendant's revenge on Colonel, and looked at the results. You truly are the most outstanding one among the next batch of Hines. Shut up! Did you think that you were so clever? Did you think that you could kill two birds with one stone, discover your own origins while helping the grave of Commandant, using that person as your escape route from Colonel? You think just because you performed well, just because that person might show mercy and lend you a hand, you could escape your fate as Hines? Shut up! Hines' eyes turned red with rage. He hears the cascading crashes of dominoes falling one after another, and the person who reached out the top of the first domino, none other than himself. The person now standing with the face contorted in anguish. What's the rush? Even if you survive today and your deception, countless punishments await you. Neither Colonel nor Babylonia will take you back. You have nowhere to return till. You... Hanif sees through Hanif's bluff and reaches into his coat, searching for something to show him. My secondary body has grown old and will much last longer. I'll synchronize my memories with yours. And once you understand... You insufferable, arrogant old bastard! Before Hanif charges forward, Hines delivers a silent bullet into his leg. He waves a gun he just pulled from his coat, practically radiating smugness. Since you were a child taken in by Colonel from the very beginning, why would I ever invite you to have power over me? He walks to the control panel with theoretical exaggeration, raises his hand high, and slams it forcefully down as Hanif watches through a blur of excruciating pain. I'm tired of you. I know you wouldn't dare activate this program on your own. Boring. You were right, though. This is actually a self-destruction button. If you had pressed it earlier, you would have been the one to initiate the final evolution. Darkness floods his vision as Hanif falls into his knees in agony. With Hein's actions, a piercing alarm sounds as rotating red lights illuminate every creation within the hollow. Whether they're identical human clones, incubating hetero creatures, or ascendants not yet reborn in their sleeping pods. The entire hollow facility activates as Hein erupts into laughter in the deafening chorus of alarms.
You idiots! I can't help but mess with you every time we meet. And to think I had expectations. I even seem I can't be assimilating after spending too much time among the flock of mindless sheep.
Though consumed by rage and physical agony, Hanif still struggles, refusing to succumb to the pain. I would never... No, you absolutely cannot get up here. Oh my god, give up here. I won't allow it. None of us will allow it. You can't allow yourself to give up either. Hanif's vision wavers unsteadily. He realizes that Bubble is carrying him on his back. Before his eyes, in the simulated battle that often haunts him during his waking hours. Secure the critic around your wound and keep moving with us. My troops. How many? In the mere seconds they've been speaking, more corruptly crawl out from the nearby trenches, lunging at the soldiers struggling on their last legs. Too many to count. Everyone's who left is right here. Plot armor. Another burst of flame. Look, I told you, when aunts cluster together and roll onto wall, the countless deaths are inevitable. Like this, gathering like everyone to charge forward the final high-risk gun. Like shadows. Should be prepared to become sacrifices. What about you? What's your role in this? Are you a hero or a shadow? Bubble asked the question for the third time. You've never answered me, but you suggested this plan. You already knew the answer, didn't you? I think. Hanif's gaze drifts around the surroundings. He stares at the fire and corpses of the shadows strewn across the ground, acutely aware of the bullet Hein shot into his leg, the bullet that deemed all of his efforts foolish. All that compels him to spill out the true feelings hidden deep within his heart. The truth is, I wanted to be a hero. I don't want to be a shadow anymore. Not Hein Shadow. Not the Grey Raven Covenant Shadow. I'm done with all that. I wanted to break free from Hein's shadow and surpass the Grey Raven Covenant to become an unprecedented, entirely new kind of hero. But in the end, every step I took was wrong. He desperately wants to break down in furious sobs, knowing that even in this near-death dream, his old classmates would patiently listen. I miss all of you. I don't want to stay Kurdo anymore. I want to kill Heinz. I want my name proudly displayed in the memorial. I want to tear off all these contracts binding me and stand audibly in the light. Not as anyone's shadow. Of course not. Since you had the FOS, you've always been Hanif. Hey, Bubble, put me down. Your leg is injured. Despite everything, Hanif struggles to his feet, gathering what little equipment he has left. The domain node capable of supporting Logni's arsenal is on his person, and their mission final objective is to destroy the last high-risk clone. I'll keep fighting. Even if I do end up in Colonel, I'll find a way to break free. What are you trying to do? It's not too late to stop living in confusion and start thinking clearly. I'll let myself be carried away by the heroism for the ending I desire. Hanif rushes forward, clutching the domain node. Oh boy, he's gonna activate. A raft of clustered ants drifting through water as everyone follows Hanif into the inferno. He catches the scent of something burning. Despite everything, he persists in raising his arm high, and then...
Use that brain of yours that's never once thought about your true self, completely wasting all these years.
Summoning the last of his strength, he swings his arm down hard, knocking Heinz to the ground and seizing the gun from his hand. Damn, he unloaded that motherfucker! Then, the gun in his left hand, he fires repeatedly at Heinz' wrist and ankles until the last shell casting hits the ground with a sharp clatter. Ah! I'll prove that I'm nothing like you! Damn, he just putting ass to, oh my god, he's putting belt to ass! He tosses aside the smoking empty gun and rains blow after blow on Heinz' face, shattering the brown bone and nose. Let's see, whose blood runs dry first? Blood flies everywhere, mixed with maroon teeth knocked loose. Hein had underestimated how much time and experience can change a person. This brutal breeding forces both men to acknowledge the fact. You call yourself the one who knows me best? You couldn't be more than wrong. But I'll find every little trick you've hidden. Expending his last ounce of strength, Hanif delivers one final punch on Heinz, then tears open up on his collar, stripping away the hypocrite facade. Beneath the white lab clothes lies a twisted body nearly completely transformed. I knew you couldn't possibly be selfishly devoted to helping that Ascendant. You'd definitely find a way to control him and make sure he wouldn't dare end your partnership. And the best way to control him was to destroy all the embryos, reducing the Ascendant's plans to ashes. You've already transformed yourself into the detonator for destroying this gene bank, haven't you? Damn! The mouse head's head is gone! Hines opened his mouth as if to say something, but only blood spills out. Most of his teeth have been knocked out. Aren't you the old man who loved to smile? Why can't you laugh now? Admit it! The moment you kill me, the destruction program will automatically activate! Dragging his injured leg, Hanif moves to the edge of the platform, hauling the barely breathing Hines with him. Next, if I could just end all Hines, I'll finally break free from this sickening cycle of fate. During that simulation battle, he had successfully charged into the center of the high group's zone, clutching the domain, like a hero leaping into the abyss while embracing the flames. It's time to end it all! And even if he could neither become the chief, this was still the ending he wanted. Even if I have to die with them, this is still an ending I want! Through the pain makes him want to curl up into the ball, he forces himself to whisper into Hines' ear. Then, like the flaming Icarus falling into the sea, he clutches Hines' body and rolls off the edge. As the sensation of weightlessness takes over, he exhales deeply, remembering how the Commandant had just decided to pass the final baton to him. I've done it. Let this be for my atonement. He closes his eyes, savoring the rush of wind past his ears as he falls. The rush of wind suddenly stops. Well, look at that. Leave just for a moment, and this brat has already made a complete mess of himself. Pop and P, your FOS really is breeding a ground for exceptional talent. I've got him! So AU? We're in a secret. Not really secret story. It's a side story. We're in a side story right now. You'll see here in a minute. You desperately cling onto one of Hana's legs, while Vera mercifully pins down the other leg with her foot. You two! What's with that face? So grateful that you're about to have a breakdown. We're in her floating record, so this is her side story. And we're in a facility right now. Vera! Hurry up and drop that old bastard! Oh, I will, but before that... Vera raises her dual blade gun carefully aiming at the tip of the old man's widening eyes as if searching for the perfect angle. Came in clutch to save our boy Hanif? Hell yeah, hey, he's our junior, we gotta save him. We're playing as the Commandant here, Rez. I'm reading as the narrator right now. And then whenever like little pop-ups right here come up, that's me talking. But we're in a side story. We're in her side story. Dragon Girl is not in this chapter. She may look like a dragon right now, but she's actually a wolf. Well, a hound, to be more precise. Dragon Lady has her own story, and we haven't even got to that yet. Okay, here we go. I've read your notes and finally figured out how you copy. If I kill you here today, there won't ever be another Hines, right?
Oh, you again?
So do you remember me? Then let me ask. Are you enjoying our little reunion, Hines? Hines notices the familiar figure standing beside Vera. The scene seems to have played out before, many years ago, and the reminder infuriates him.
How are you so lucky again?
Hines shifts his gaze to Vera's collarbone, as if discovering some new amusement, even with a mouthful of blood. He's determined to speak his mind.
So that's not it, I see. For a loyal dog like you, the best way to break you is in physical torture. You'll teleport your own dignity and beliefs.
Vera, he's just being stubborn. Do not listen to him. That is me talking now. That is us talking now. I think of me, but this is me talking now. Oh, of course I know that. Vera seems to understand what Hines is trying to say. She smiles slightly, then finds the most efficient angle and forcefully raises her spear.
You fear going haywire. Most of all, you'll never forgive yourself.
I fear nothing anymore. Then viciously thrusts it into him. The last hind falls with the momentum from the tip spear, plunging into the densest cluster of embryos below. A dull thud announces the end as the platform where the 3 remaining people stand immediately begins to shake, flames ignited by the below, and the heat waves surge upward. Hanif tumbles to the ground, clutching his bleeding wound as his thigh as he coughs uncontrollably.
Get out of here! The old man! The hollow was self-destruct!
Vera doesn't speak. Instead, she raises her hand in the firelight and reaches for where the safety should be. It's gone. How many years has it been? I've almost forgotten this feeling. As if reminded of something before Hines' word, she involuntarily glances at you. Far from over. Hines is dead, but that Ascendant is still putting up quite a fight. According to Hines' notes that we found earlier, the next Ascendant will be born here in this hollow. As if responding to her words, the incubation chambers wrapped in a bone spikes begin to vibrate. The entities inside sense the threats and struggle to birth themselves. His most primal purpose was revenge. People harboring such emotions always take the wrong path at some critical crossroads. Just like he is now, completely manipulated by Hines, who excelled at entrapping people. Even if his name isn't Lloyd, the person who once died by my hand, I'd still like to knock some sense into him. Vera's red hair sways into the waves of heat. Despite being in pain, you gaze at the slender thread of fire swaying before you, listening intently to her words. But through the disordered air, you sense something strange brewing, a hint of secrecy, a touch of resignation.
Wait. Vera.
Listen to me. Vera tightens her grip on her weapon once more. For a fleeting moment, she sees to radiate a hint of sorrow. There are too many things I haven't had time to say, especially to you. She looks at the rope tightly fastened between her waist and yours. You tied us together again?
Yeah. It's me.
How much do you remember?
Not much. I'm still a bit...
Your memories of her still remain somewhat hazy. What the fuck, my message got deleted? Oh, I probably got auto-deleted. Yeah, YouTube do be like that. Yeah, YouTube do be automatically deleting messages for some reason. Don't know why, but they do. You went back to look for me?
Yes. That I remember clearly.
But you... Vera's lips move rapidly as she speaks, her words coming out in a rush. Simultaneously, long-lost memories replay in your throbbing head, memories of being inside Vera's mind and see through her eyes, and even glimpse of what the hetero creature Eve once witnessed.
Something's not right.
You search through countless memories and perspectives, trying to pinpoint the source of this strange uneasiness. Finally, your gaze settles on Vera's chest.
No. Vera, don't do this.
You suddenly lunge forward, disregarding your injured leg, and grab Vera's wrist, exposing the emptiness where something should be.
What exactly was the plug that I pulled out back then?
The ground trembles so violently that it's nearly impossible to stand while the dust trickles down from the ceiling. Vera gives you a complex, unreadable expression. I'll count to 3, then you run forward.
Vera!
You sense something and reach out to grab, but Vera raises her weapon once more and severs the rope between the two of you. The rope is cut. That's what it means. You reach out as fast as possible, but grabs nothing but air. Vera uses the tip of her gun to push the 2 wounded off the platform, leaving herself alone in the vast expanse to silently await the Ascendant's birth. Only now do you realize your history with Vera was like a tiny yet burning spark, snuffing out when grasped too tightly. Oh shit! Oh whoa, yeah, whoa. Okay, so I'm guessing that's that. I see now. I'll see the lot. Alright! Ladies and gentlemen, we got the boss fight. Wasn't expecting the boss fight right here and now, but hey, we go for it. Alright, here we go. Episode 20, ladies and gentlemen. Good night. Here we go. Ah, shit. Alright, here we go.
Just like before, completely burnt through. Anyway, right, here we go. Here we do it. Let's do it. Before the final battle arrives, Vera can't help but recall the last time, and also the first time she equipped this frame. You've already gone through 579 precautions. Are you still not finished? Just one more thing, that device on your chest. Let's call it a safety lock. You better not remove it. What if I remove it anyway? What's gonna happen? You can think of it as this frame's final limiter, and that power you've already struggled to control will whoosh, be completely released in an instant. If you're unable to control that power, the best case scenario is death by frame overheating or mind boil over. Could it get any worse than that? Hound, worse than death, is going haywire. You become something more dangerous than the corrupted, destroying everything around you without distinguishing friend from foe. Before you die from overheating, Colonel would salvage you in your miserable state, and when you open your eyes again, you'd be in shock to discover that everything you once held dear was destroyed by your own hands. How traumatic. Vera brushed it off and walked away. I have no teammates, no family, no friends. Just assign me somewhere with fewer refugees and be done with it. Wait, Vera! The Colonel's staff members rushed after her. About that Special Operations Ground 13 mission, we all know. The higher-ups said they needed to eliminate the traitors, while also testing you. So you all knew about Hay in Little Mute all along. I couldn't stop it. This is off the record, but even I hoped you would have deserted during that mission, but you still came back alone. You've survived the test again. In a way, you've become an irreplaceable benchmark for many of us. If you left too, we might not even know what to do with ourselves anymore. So please, don't pull the safety lock so easily, okay? Get through the frame's testing period smoothly, and then you can switch back to your Rosen frame. No, I understand it now. There's no point in standing with you people. I only have enemies. That day, as the only consort to pass the test, she left the Colonel Fortress and accepted her extremely simple mission. All she needed to do was retrieve some special test materials and transport them to a nearby base. The weather isn't great that day, gloomy with the yellowish cast of the sky looking like a snow is about to fall. I should have given this frame a name. Can't you just keep calling it by its model number? What should be a good name? The Rosen, what comes next? How about Garnet? She's already retrieved the test materials and was sitting atop of the building in the conservation area. With her construct visual model, she could see a group of young trainees engaging in combat simulation nearby. Isn't this just like when I was in training? But after we graduated, we were all sent all over the world to get tangled in various human against human wars. After they graduate, they focus solely on fighting the corrupted. Huh. Fighting for all of that of humanity? How much more noble can their purposes become? Having seen enough of the competition between the red and blue squad, she decided to gather her things and return to completing her mission. But that's when the crisis began. The conversation area's armor blare with urgency, catching even the Upper West students off guard. She spotted a slightly dazed student running out from behind her training barricade, taking down one corrupted before rushing toward the conservation area, where they began to evacuate civilians in a matter of course. Does that student have a death wish? Ah, shit. Unable to watch their foolishness any longer, she dropped down from her position, ready to lend a quick hand, perhaps taking out a few corrupted, buying them some time, or maybe... Watch out! To be honest, she never imagined a human would throw themselves in front of her to block a corrupted attack. Hey! Our body moves before our mind does. The corrupted tore a horrific gash across her fragile human body, a wound so severe that anyone who saw it would declare the victim dead on the spot. You insane? You idiot! She picked up the badly wounded person. In a daze, surrounded by cold winds and a screeching of corrupted, she's felt as though she's carrying her younger self. Back then, she was the same, preferred to clash with her fellow officer cadets rather than joining them as obedient livestock for the system. When she suspected Hyde's result of something, she boldly made contact to gather intelligence. Despite knowing the extreme dangers of the construct modification, she still voluntarily signed her name on the documents. Her thinking back then was straightforward. Where was this injustice? She would cry out. Where was the opposition? She would rebel. Where there was danger, she would rush to the front, as if heroic courage alone would always pay off. But in reality, what did it actually get her? She looked at the person in her arms, staring at the still bleeding wound. All she could see next was a cycle of endless heroic tragedy. She made a decision. Because of that decision, she once again experienced having more than just enemies in her life for a brief moment. Oh shit!
At first, she maintained some emotional distance, saying that people never learn their lessons and always disappoint her, while simultaneously peeling an apple for a bandage-covered patient. The future Great Commandant, with precious test material still packed into their side wound, seemed to have a little understanding of their surface brutality. Even so, they would stubbornly follow her regardless. The two experienced a desperate escape across the surface, their prequel-like story ending with her cutting the rope that connected them. Afterward, her story turned into a new chapter, the one titled Cerebus. This construct squad gave her a comforting sense of familiarity, though not exactly reliable. Both number 21 and Noctis still firmly followed her lead. In this new chapter, the boundaries of herself expanded immeasurably. Her mission changed from simply surviving to ensuring everyone survives together. After that... Hey! The pages of her new chapter turned rapidly, bringing us to Atlantis. By then, considerable time has passed since their one-sided reunion. The person who had become the Grave-Riven Commandant remembered nothing of her past, and she chose to mention nothing. What she discovered was sorrow that the cycle seemed to have already begun, that you were becoming yet another puppet ensnared by heroism. Her blessings from years ago seem unfulfilled. Or rather, you seem to have wasted her blessing. She can't help but warn you. If you understand the Parliament and Colonel enough, you will understand why they're making you dance to their tune. Colonel wants to lock you up for conspiring with the enemy. The Parliament wants to sacrifice everything for the fate of humanity. They're both trying to rob you and bleed you dry. One of them is blatant with their intentions, and the other decorates it with righteous causes. This is what I can't understand about you. If you've already seen their true face, why are you still willing to risk your life for them? Why do you choose them? You answered, I didn't choose them. I chose humanity. She burst into laughter, tempting to say you're still as naive as you were back then. But you continued. I also don't believe you're the type to extinguish the flame. Yo, look at that. Oh, look at that. You always did this, seeing right through their contradictions and unspoken reluctance. You clearly knew that you and her were exactly the same kind of person. I'm literally Vera, and I approve of this stream. I'm glad you approve of it. Looking down at herself after examining the chapters of her life, she's reached the same conclusion. She and you have always walked the same path, a rope tethered between the cores, bound together by twin fate. Both of you possess natural courage, both willing to cut away their own flesh to make the flame burn brighter, illuminating darkness further ahead, though she harbors resentment toward these acts while you accept it. I've actually been burning myself for others all along. I just resent being devoured by fools. If I must be used until I burn to ashes, then I'd rather burn in the hands of the right person. She looks at the last page. And have I found that right person? Under her gaze, you stride forward with purpose, never trapped by any obstacle. So that's it. You're no naive fool at all. You saw everything clearly from the beginning, didn't you? A knowing smile crosses her face, as if she's finally shattered the barrier blocking the way to her true self, a hall of enlightenment. What am I still hesitating for? I'm hardly recognizing myself as my former self. The massive Valkyrie extends her hand, delivering the living frame in her fingertips to you. The fire is right here. You understood all along, didn't you? Take it. Sure enough, you receive the flame with care as you advance ever forward. Great job. She feels deeply gratified. By now, she's even more accustomed to giving you praise. Even if only one of us reaches that destination, it'll still be a brilliant victory. Seeing you press forward with that unwavering silhouette is the reward for my unhung journey of courage. Before leaving it all behind, she voices her final request. Just like before, use me completely. Burn me thoroughly, and be sure to turn these small sparks into a raging wildfire. Different from before, she has cast aside the last trace of resentment in her heart. Come on, take the last piece of flesh from my body. In the hollow of the gene respiratory, the Valkyrie-like red-haired consort grips her weapon. The enemy awakened in the incubation pod above, delivering words of somber disillusion. Wrong choice. You need to be sharp. Revolutionary. Hold on, we're actually gonna do this.
To even cut the tiniest of bits in this gentle, suffocated blanket of an old world. If you are trust, we let everyone down in the comfort of this peaceful night. Stop acting as a blade for the old world, humans. All consents you hovering on the edge of going haywire. If you continue to use me like this, it will eventually turn against you.
No, I'm nothing like you. Besides, what matters most is those hands the blade is in. I trust the one who wields me. That person chose the old world, so I only need to trim it into something better. The Ascended accepts the challenge, and she severs her mental link with the Commandant. Just like years ago among those ruins where she got her bindings and to brandish her weapon, performing a deadly dance for the old world she desired. Today, she will fight with everything she has, just as before. Hop and pee. Twice I have drawn my blade for you. The first time, I was lifted up before you by the hands of others. Way! She swings her weapon, the blade slicing through the air with a whistling sound. This time, I'm willingly becoming your blade. That's crazy. Alright, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta lock the fuck in. Gotta do this in one run. One run! You heard? Holy shit, he is tall.
It grieves me to witness these man-made tragedies.
Yo!
This grief shall end with me!
That's crazy.
I'm tired of these conflicts. If we're all frogs being slowly boiled alive, why rush to kill each other?
Oh shit, he can parry?
What a
Oh.
blunder.
Ooh! Get out of here. Ooh! Oh, we died. Damn, oh well. Dash without moving to parry. Oh, okay. I see. Ah! Okay, I see. Bop. Oh!
You managed to.
How did that fucking hit me? Uh-oh. Damn!
With a relentless fight and pain. My unseen blade. Kneel before me.
Brother, quit fucking just popping that fucking one move.
Oh, you managed to hurt.
Oh, I fucked up. Hold on. There we go. Fucking stop you out of that bullshit.
With a relentless fight of pain. Scorpion is shattered. Delusion.
How did that grab me, bro?
My unsheathed blade. Feel the fury. They're still punishing reaction. Hop onto the platform and go after him. I have no time for you, Void. It's time to end this farce.
Phase 2?
A malfunction?
Oh?
It's not over yet.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of Lloyds.
Scorpion is shattered. Delusion.
Holy shit!
You managed to hurt.
You cannot kill me. I can discard this body at any time.
Scorpion is shattered. Delusion.
So what am I, just supposed to fucking parry?
Don't you dare. Go.
Oh shit!
Ridiculous!
Hey! Yo! Hoo-hoo! Oh my goodness!
One, two. Worthless.
Welcome to the new world.
Yo!
Once again.
Feel the fury flames of your fate. Brace yourself. With a relentless fight.
Holy shit! That's a tall motherfucker.
Scorpion is shattered. Delusion. My unsheathed blade. Feel the fury flames of your fate.
Oh, I fucked up the parry.
You managed to hurt. Get wrecked. Brace yourself. With a relentless fight of pain. My unsheathed blade. Feel the fury flames of
God damn, what a crazy scene right here. That was a good sequence. Oh, you're invincible. What the hell? Oh, I see now.
with a relentless fight.
Bro, this is a good fight. Get out of here with that parry, bro. Bro, holy shit. Hey! Yo, god damn! Get out of here with that.
Oh, you managed to hurt me.
Or forbid!
Get braced with a relentless fight king. Skulking in the shadows. Delusional. My unseen
Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to end this right. Yep, this right here. I need to end it right here. Ah! Wow, you're not dead.
No longer as a precipice separating truth from falsehood.
Woohoo! Oh, god damn, that was good. Hey! Daddy! Good morning, good evening, afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. Welcome back to the stream. Just passing to say hi. All good, all good. Glad to have you here. Did I get destroyed? Ah! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. All is well. Yes, everything's going pretty well so far. Pretty well so far. That was a good battle. I ain't gonna lie. That was a pretty good battle. That was a good battle. All right, man. Bro, that was a crazy boss fight. That was a good one. All right, here we go. During the prolonged battle, her double-edged spear carves countless wounds. Blood, vital fluid, and whatever substance makes up punishing creatures all streams from the blade's groove and splashes toward the sky. Oh! The spear, draped in red, twirls through the air, leaving only a blur like an eternal, unbroken circle. Until all of Lloyd's remain undestroyed, until Ephesus lowers his head, falls upon his knees, and his body gradually fades into transparency. Another empty vessel, driven by misguided heroism, fades away. He seems to drag his broken body back to the new world as he's always longed for. Meanwhile, in a distant corner of the old world, someone seems to sense something and pauses his hand, shuffling their cards. Such devastating losses. Oh, epilepsies. Just a leftover scrap from the old card table. And yet, with those broken remains, you actually dare to dream on igniting the flames that would destroy our old world. I've never approved of that kind of spirit. She puts away her cards, ready to move on to the next location. Anyway, I only lent a small hand. I'll just accept the loss and move on. But in the moment before leaving, she perceives new information, like a wisp of smoke slowly drifting across her tongue. Oh? She can't help but smile. Oh, impressive indeed. They actually managed to cultivate controllable little bugs. Interesting in what she's talking about. Okay. Can we even do these yet? Nope. We have to do 22 first. Alright. Time of Dawn. I'm so happy to hear that, and congrats on winning the battle. Yeah. The battle was good. I enjoyed this battle. Just woke up from a 5-hour nap, so I'm asleep, so I'm now making food. Oh, yeah. Hey, that's all good right there. Some good food. Hey, some good food. Some good food. Some good food. So, go make your food. We're gonna continue on here. Vera watches the dust settle as the power engine throughout her body finally emanates a high-pitched warning of imminent overheating. She drops onto one knee at the center of the platform. Gotta get further away. Otherwise, something worse will happen. She then tries to pop her frame up with her weapon, still intent on moving further away, but the red light emanating from her entire body tells her that this isn't going to happen. Vital fluid leaks from every port of her frame, all circuits unable to bear the strain of her berserk mode any longer. She could feel herself scrutinating in a terrible state of haywire, her vision growing increasingly blurry as her figure vitally digs into the metal floor, carving a chilling black gash. I absolutely won't. And so pathetically here. As sunlight gradually creeps over the horizon, her knees buckle as the engines in her legs completely melt down. As she collapses completely to her knees, Vera can't help but concede that those bastards were right. She really does hate the feeling of going haywire most of all. Where are we at? We gotta get a mind. We gotta do a deep mind connection. A sharp pain surges through her mind as if some irritating beacon is repeatedly attempting to connect. Yeah! Hey! I done told you we gotta try! She instinctively begins dragging herself to the other direction, trying to put more distance between herself and whoever owns the beacon. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Stop connecting. Here. The lingering flames of fury will scorch everything. I'm dangerous. Reconnecting, still reconnecting. Vera's vision dims completely. Before her consciousness dissipates, she hears familiar, hurried footsteps with a slight limp. She feels a tightening around her waist, and just like then, that person would grip a rope and climb toward her. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna say this is maybe us, but I'm gonna say that this is probably us. Are you tired, Vera? Indeed feels good to be here, around here, even if it's just lurking to not be spoiled. Female voice? Oh, okay, female voice. I got you. Alright, perfect. Good to know, thank you. Oh! It's her one I'm gonna consider her a friend. Or yeah, the one it's her friend. It's her friend. It's her friend from way back yonder. Upon returning to the vast, seemingly endless hall of her true self, Gwyneth supports Vera's arm, carefully examining her metallic body. So you've gone and turned yourself into this after all. When you first asked me about this technology, I knew this day would come. You really are so single-minded in everything you do. Such a worrisome girl. The moment she sees Gwyneth, Vera's eyes widen with shock. Don't worry about me, I'm not tired. And now I'm a construct. I could walk through a burning building 100 times and not have a single scar on me. She grips Gwyneth, whom she hasn't seen for ages, and a flood of words flow out all at once. At this point, she's her mom, basically. Yeah, I was gonna say that, but I'm like, we'll stick with friend. But she did give off that motherly vibe to Vera. I was among the first to voluntarily undergo modification. My initial model was a support type. Very much like you. I've left those fools in the dust. I joined Colonel and then left. Now I command my own construct squad in Babylonia and they all follow my orders. I'll never make you or the instructor
worry about me again. Her words glow slower, as if she's carefully observing her old friend's reaction. Gwyneth gently releases Vera's arm, offering only a soft smile in response. I see. Have you found your true path? Are you burning bright for a cause you believe in? Is what you're doing something now willingly dedicate your entire life to? Yes. I've made up my mind. As long as you're sure, you've always been like this, a devoted soul through and through, yet with a small spark of rebellion burning inside. But even if you've lived 1,000 or 10,000 lives, you still willingly let yourself be swept up in heroism as long as it leads to the ending you desire. Will I ever reach the ending I desire? Yes, you will. Vera's eyes briefly light up at the happy ending within her grasp, but then suddenly dim again as something crosses her mind. Even if the ending is good, I've made too many wrong choices along the way. I've lost so much. There's beauty in that, though. I know I can't simply dismiss everything casually with "it's fine," but understand this. Your entire life has been an exploration of heroism. That journey of questioning is itself blameless. Everyone you've met has wrestled with the same question, offering you countless different answers. Take some time to reflect on them. I can do that. She closes her eyes in her boiling mind, allowing the waves to carry her to the side of each traveler in their memories. Setting aside those irritating relatives from my childhood, you were the first one, Gwyneth. You were the quintessential hero, sacrificing yourself to block the doorway, protecting me from those corrupted. Without you, I would have died right there. Yep, that's me. The instructor was like that too. Always looked serious, but he was constantly helping me escape those troublemakers. I'm grateful to him. Fortunately, after the punishing outbreak, I never heard from him again. Knowing his personality, he's probably holed up somewhere safe. Being a behind-the-scenes hero suits him much better. Next is Average Joe. Before joining Colonel, it was the most brutal battle I've ever experienced. I even dismantled my own arm to give that attack type Average Joe. What was his choice? He dealt with the ambush and corrupted from me. He died. Sounds a bit like me. After that, I joined Colonel. I didn't get along with most people there except for Little Mute and Hay. Little Mute was too young, didn't understand anything. She was a victim of conflict like a lamb for sacrifice. As for Hay, she was a coward, always thinking about running away, even died without dignity, but she once told me that who stole the real key and took revenge. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be here today. Vera's lips curl into a slight mocking smile. I didn't like her, but she really had guts. That's why I crowned her the cowardly hero. Gwyneth responds with a resigned smile. You still love giving people nicknames. Who else? Including those you met during that escape. What about Granny Wang? The old hero. She and that old teddy dog of hers still running around, bothering Bridget every now and then. Living long certainly has its perks. Yes, it does. Hey, I know damn well it does. My grandma and grandpa are living the good life right now. But that's awesome that she's still alive and kicking, bothering Bridget too. That is cool that she's still alive. They both laugh as if transported back to the ordinary afternoon at the end of the Golden Age. They bask in the tepid sunlight, chatting idly about nothing in particular. What about Leia? She's already joined Egwit now. Oh shit! Really? What is she? Just a self-proclaimed hero and thoroughbred specialist in making a mess of things. Thankfully, she's working under Vanessa now. As for Vanessa, Simon, and the like, I had already made up my mind about them long ago. They're just a bunch of Babylonian trust fund babies, insufferably full of themselves. Do you still think the same? Vera tilts her head in thought for a moment, then shakes her head. I was gonna say, not about us! Now I admit the person was right. They really did dispel my prejudice through their actions. I can say this. Every single commandant who has graduated from FOS is a true hero. Even that ill-intentioned Hanif was more than just a shadow of a hero. If he survives, he'll probably be able to figure out what decisions he needs to make next. As for the people of Atlantis, Needless to say, they've eaten their cookies. I've taken up their cause, and I'll continue to carry their torch, except for that stupid fish. She's annoying, so she's an exception. Is she talking about, Lamia? Gwyneth rests her chin in her hand, listening attentively to Vera's assessment before raising a new question. What about others? Like those 2 Lloyds and the many Hinds? What kind of answer did you give when facing this proposition? That's a good question. Vera falls silent once again for a brief moment. I feel regret for Lloyd. No matter which Lloyd we're talking about, they never fell from grace, nor did they make the wrong choices. Rather, they never made any choices at all. They were simply swept by their depths by the tide of heroism, yet not one of them died like a hero. Putting an end to their stories was the only thing I could do for them. As for Hines, just an insufferably arrogant old man, worse than those young students. The fish slander never stops. Yeah. Just a shy little cinnamon roll. Leave the fish be. Vera can't do that. She's a dog. He doesn't deserve to be mentioned alongside anyone I spoke of earlier. He got exactly what he deserved, killed by the next version of himself. Vera waves her hand dismissively in the Great Hall, exercising Hines from his blood and tear-stained discussion of heroism. She never bothered to waste much attention to people like him. Time to turn the page on all of this. Yes, it's time to turn the page. Having heard everything, Gwyneth nods and gently pulls Vera to her feet. Their exchange, as warm and comforting as beautiful dream, comes to an abrupt end. Let's end our conversation here. I'm sorry that we all left you behind back then. We all departed ahead of you. We made you bear all the suffering. But looking back now, perhaps it wasn't all suffering. She gently pats the back of Vera's hand. Vera, none of us regret entrusting everything to you. We all want to see, through you, what lies beyond the end of this final stretch of the road. Whatever you choose, do it now. Just like that commandant. No matter what path you take, carry your torch forward and don't look back. Ooh, Gwyneth spinning game! The world outside belongs to you now. Standing in her mind, Vera slowly releases Gwyneth's hand, releasing her long-held obsessions along with it. Aren't you afraid I'll break myself anymore? No. That sheath belongs to you, will embrace and cherish you no matter what, extinguishing everything that would burn you. Your sharpness will never be dulled by a tragic ending. Gwyneth offers her unwavering approval. Dear Valkyrie, please wake up. Dude, okay. Oh my goodness. The turbulent currents in her mind seem to pause, then rush forward. All her thoughts surge back into reality in a single moment. The construct, whose sanity had been seized by power, awakens. Red light overflows from her chest. Oh, is she choking us? Hold on. What the? She's throwing a punch. She's throwing a haymaker at us. Red light overflows from her chest, her escaping power, as she swings her fist high, savagely tearing at everything around her. Vera! Come on! Vera! All the curses attached to her through her life seem to take effect in this moment, whether being a harbinger of disaster, going haywire, or receiving backlash. She's pummeling us. Oh god, now she's pointing belt to ass on us. She lowers her head deeply, baring her sharp canines at you. The wounds on your ankle and side still radiate agony, your body weakened to the brink of collapse. Though the endless night, this tug-of-war battle only now greets its dawn, but the final crisis clearly hasn't ended. Connecting, yet another attempt at connecting. Through repeated connections, you taste your first hint of dread as blood flows from your nose and mouth. I will not accept this. I will not accept an ending like this. Endless hardship and wandering should not be led to this outcome.
I still haven't properly apologized to you. I still haven't properly thanked you. I'm furious! One final connection, you desperately grasp at the broken rope between you as if trying to piece together your shattered past, nearly overcome with sorrow. Dear Valkyrie, please wake up! Fangs finally impale you. Vera clenches her teeth tightly as vital fluid mingles with blood flowing down. Damn, she bit us for real like that? Connected. Ah! Shit! Vera recognizes the pitiful human before her and instinctively tries to force a mocking smile but fails. I told you. Stay away from me. Do I have to say sorry before you get up? Hearing her familiar mockery, you take a deep breath like a heavy stone sticking into the sea, instantly releasing all tension. Okay, the biting is kind of freaky. Yeah, little wild, but hey, you know what's okay. I am not gonna say that. Never mind. Hey, biting's okay. It's all right. This is my responsibility. If you go haywire, then I must keep you under control. Even at a time like this, you still spout noble-sounding platitudes. What's the point in keeping a haywire construct around anyway? Vera's voice catches slightly with emotion. If you could die sooner, you wouldn't have to suffer like this. Vera. You reach out, gently touching the corner of Vera's lips. Blood trickles slowly from her mouth, flowing with your wounded hands. Skeek unmarked? Pretty much, yeah. Yet you persist, trembling hands gently cradling Vera's face. The fire is still here. Safe and sound. Right here. It hasn't gone out. These faint embers in every sense of the word are still burning stubbornly in an open field. No storm can extinguish them. I told you all along. If anything happens to you, I will always rush to your side and hold you back. No longer enemies, no longer oppressed. Setting aside all prejudice and misunderstandings, embracing each other like true comrades. Vera suddenly clutches your wrist, overwhelmed by intense emotion upon hearing these words. God! Fuck! Come on! We do this shit! We gotta protect who we gotta protect! We carry them motherfucking burdens! And we move forward! God damn! Holy shit! Woo! Do you remember everything? She fights back a sob, but tears still stream down from the corners of her eyes. The light of dawn bathes their battle-worn bodies, illuminating the tear on her cheek as it slowly slides into your palm. Do not be sad, Vera. Sadness can only last for a moment. You gently pat her back, even more weakly than Gwyneth would. So, this is the good ending. Right. Yeah, we're still dying. I was gonna say, like, we cannot forget, we're still kind of being killed here. Not only did we get hit with the leg with an arterial bleed, we got fucking punctured on the side. We got a fucking busted up hand, and on top of that, we just got pummeled by Vera. So this doesn't make it any worse. At the same time, in her eyes, it's more of like we sacrificed ourselves in order for her to be able to come back but we're dying in the process of this. Yeah, like we're still going through the ringer here, ladies and gentlemen. Of course it is. Then should we be more honest with each other? We can talk about everything else when we get back. The rope broke. But now, we can try to tie it back together. You point to the terminal where the icon for both Cerberus and Grey Raven are now illuminated. See? Everything's back online. Vera stares intently at the terminal, then turns her gaze to you. For about 10 seconds, before finally allowing herself to close her eyes, the tears she had refused to shed now streamed down freely. Right. To let me honestly say something I haven't said in a long time. Leaning against your hand, she remembers something you told her long ago. You should try trusting others, relying on them for once. That's just normal for, yeah, I say it's a normal day for us. Like this is nothing new. This is just a normal day in the office for us. All right, we get beat up, we almost die, but we still come back, and we're stronger than ever, and we end up saving the woman or dude, whoever it is. So it's a normal day in the office for us, ladies and gentlemen. It's nothing new. We're professionals. We the professionals here. And Demon Hunter, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you have a good one so far. Welcome to the stream. You're here right on time. You get to see this wonderful moment. So at this point, Tito's job is to fight back from death on a daily dosage, pretty much. So I eat pain for breakfast. This is nothing new. All right, here we go. Let's see what she's gonna say here. I need a water. Hold on. All right, let's do it. You're still alive. Thank goodness. Hell yeah. Woo! We got the good ending! Here we go, episode 22. Profile. At dawn, Babylonia's reinforcements arrive on the island. Members of both mission squads rush toward the people they have been worried about. The Science Council representative gasp at Vera's new frame, one she's never seen before, while the Star of Life personnel diligently works to save the Grey Raven Commandant. Fortunately, after a thorough search of personnel detect faint life, sorrow, signs in a narrow crevice beneath the hollow. They pull out a person in an even worse condition than the Grey Raven Commandant. Ah, yeah, Hanif! All the wounded are transported up back to Babylonia. 1 month later, after deliberation of all parties involved, the events on the island are officially classified as an accident and placed under strict confidentiality. After confronting an unknown ascendant and completely eliminating a deathless one who had been hiding in darkness for years, not a single one of the 3 people involved in this incident perished. In a way, it could be considered a miracle. Colonel submits the design specifications for the Grevoir flame, reportedly due to pressure from the control cord, while the Science Council obtains full access rights to the frame. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. They should. As for Hanif, a rigorous investigation awaits him upon discharge from the hospital. Well, yeah, but he gets to make his own choices now, so it's all good for him. And as for the Grey Raven Commandant, oh. Ah, yeah, we got our room. Woo! We back in the office, ladies and gentlemen. It's another day in the office. That's our room. That's the Star of Life room. The Star of Life room is our office now. It's a quiet afternoon as you doze off in the pristine white hospital room. The hazy dream transported you back to those years, around the time you were about to graduate from FOS College. It was also a quiet afternoon in this very same hospital room. Rushing to death embrace like that, yet somehow you were still saved. You've got quite the survival instincts. We're back in our VIP room. Yeah! We get the Hey, we got season passes, all right? We got season passes for the Star of Life, all right? In the clean white hospital room, you gaze hazily at the ceiling, vaguely aware of the three young people chattering incessantly nearby. We're gonna get an earful from the Grey Raven again, aren't we? Probably. We're probably gonna get fucking pep talk by Liv, pep talk by Lee, and then really pep talk by fucking Lucia. This should be your first time on the Star of Life Intensive Care Unit. Little do you know that this will become a particular spot of normal in the future. Yeah. Oh, outside we're the lucky ones. With all those corrupted, I thought we were goners. I never expected to experience a last-minute rescue twice. Can't believe Miss Bridget actually knows Granny Wang. That's so cool. Maybe the cargo crew would be a decent place to end up in? Who is that? Skilled people can thrive anywhere. But if you're a loser, you're doomed no matter where you end up. Simon's voice trails off. Well, I still want to join the task force more than anything. Sorry about that cargo crew. Why are you telling us this? Who asked you? I couldn't care less about the aspirations of losers. I'm definitely getting into the task force no matter what. Ah, reminiscent on the good old times. Woo! I do wonder, Poppin, if you had the same amount of scars, if you've had the same amount of scars as the Commandant did, would you remove them or keep them? Whoa. If you had the same amount of scars as the Commandant, would you... Commandant, I keep them. I keep them. I keep them. I got a scar right here. I got a scar right here. I keep that thing. That thing is kept. That's a trophy. I keep the scars. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how beat up, how fucked up I look. I keep them. Cause you know why? They're a testament. They're a testament to living. So I would keep them. I would most definitely keep them. Cause they're gonna be gone anyway when you when the man upstairs calls your name. They're gonna be gone anyways. They'll still be with you in here. They're still with you. They're still with you in the spirit world. But they're gone in the physical world. But you still got them. Still got them. All right, here we go. And what's your problem? I've got a troublesome doll waiting for me at home. One pair of sixes. They're playing cards. Hey. The raspberry voice sounds like someone working working a rusty bellows. Scars are one's beings of glory, one's proof of survival. You're goddamn right. Could you not play cards on my blanket? Hey, do you think Poppin remembers me? I helped at the rescue when the Commandant collapsed outside the base, though the Commandant already passed out by the time I got there. Hard to say. The doctor said the internal chronomotor is gone, but judging by the reaction these past couple days, these memories probably didn't survive. When Poppin gets discharged, I'll fill him in on everything. Don't you dare tell this good-for-nothing anything, or you'll regret it. Says who? Just because you think it's an embarrassing moment for you, we can't even mention it? I saw everything with my own eyes. Oh, even I have my issues with Vanessa. Well, let me explain. The instructor had already spoken to us. We're strictly forbidden from spreading any information about this incident. Apparently, it's an order from the higher-ups. Especially anything concerning those two constructs. We suspect it might be connected to Colonel. Two constructs? Isn't there just one, Leia? There's another? Don't tell me you won't explain this to me either. It's so unfair! What are you all arguing about? Shh. You idiots are so busy chatting you forgot about the cards. I've warned you all before. If you want to join the task force through normal channels, stay away from Colonel. And if you want to make things worse for this half-conscious invalid wasting away in the bed, then keep your mouth shut about everything. Oh, I win. Vanessa tosses down her remaining cards, dusts off her hands, and walks out. What? A few minutes later, the hospital room was quiet, as if nothing ever happened. You simply stare blankly in the new terminal, and a bouquet of flowers Simon left on the bedside shelf with no memory whatsoever of the ground simulation training. The bewildering sense of missing memory stays with you for a long time. At first, doctors recommend regular rehabilitation sessions, but months pass, and even after successfully graduating, not a single fragment of those memories returns. If I became a construct, I could probably access the memory data in my mind. No, never mind. I can't be converted anyway. I'm surprised they even fucking mentioned that right off the bat. That's crazy they're mentioning that. You abandon your fixation on brains and memories, turning to watch the scenery rushing past. The transport vehicle has been driving through a wasteland for ruins for nearly an hour now. We've arrived, recruits. Recruits, get out the vehicle. Soldier from the driver's cabin jumps down and waves for everyone in the rear compartment and follow. This area used to be one of the FOS grounds training facilities, but it was abandoned after the incident last year. Some of you were there, weren't you? He gives a straight look, clearly wondering why someone who's experienced the incident would want to return to this place. Alright, complete your mission quickly and don't stick around. We need the manpower for reconstructing the surrounding conservation areas too. I'll check over there. You grip your newly issued tactical terminal tightly, scanning the area while traversing the gray, ashen ruins. Can I still detect the old terminal? After carefully searching the surrounding area, you follow a faint signal to cavity formed by the collapsed rubble. After a moment hesitation, you squeeze through the narrow entrance and climb down. Upon entering this place, a strange sense of familiarity washes over you, especially after spotting the pile of kindling and bandages clearly left behind by someone. The feeling of recognition becomes impossible to ignore. Is anyone there? After calling out a few times without much expectation, you're met with nothing but the echo of your own voice. Which makes everything he does all the crazier, because the fact that he's only human yet surviving all of this is essentially ascending to at a point which makes it insane to think about. Well, it's just built different. Pretty much, yeah. But you also gotta remember that the human body can endure a lot. The human body can endure a lot more than you can think. You could deal with you can get through a lot of physical shit. Your body is capable of getting through a lot of physical shit when the time calls for it. So it is cool that he is a human. But you also have to look at it like, yes, he is a human at the end of the day, but that also means that we are also human, so that means we can also technically take a beating like that too. I'm just saying. Let me look at the military. Look at it. Look at any military in the world. They go through a bunch of fucking beatings. Alright, here we go. Additionally, you find several suspicious charred fragments near your feet. Lifting them at your nose, you detect the distant color of burnt plastic. Even if these are remnants of a terminal melted by intense fire, there is no way to retrieve any data from it now. Finding no further clues beneath the ruins, you grip the concrete blocks with a sense of disappointment, preparing to climb back to the surface. But just as your fingers grip the edge, a fragile piece of paper falls from the crack in the concrete. You lunge forward to catch the paper, but the writing on it is hopelessly blurred and completely illegible, having endured long periods of exposure to wind and rain. Despite this, your heart pounds with excitement. You walk briskly across the ruins, then gradually quickens your pace. The breeze gradually rises to a howl, each stride longer than the last, until you break into a desperate run. As the familiar sound of wind echoes relentlessly in your ears, you realize something. You've been here before, running madly along the same path not long ago. A name suddenly rises to your lips, yet it somehow remains trapped, an unspeakable word. Faster, run faster. As if a construct is counting down in your ear. Running until the daylight grows dim, until snow begins to fall from the sky once more. Honestly, though, I hope we get more memories with our fellow classmates because we really don't interact with them that much. True. We need to. We need to. That has to happen. Like, we don't talk to any of our classmates anymore, which is fucking wild. But it also goes to show that, like, you know, in real life too, you don't really any people that you talk to in school and all that, you don't really talk to them either. Outside of like, once you get out of high school, you barely talk to them. Like, once you get out of high school, you do not talk to them. Like anymore. Like all the people that you thought you knew, like, you barely don't talk to them anymore. Running through all the ruins of decay, through fate and fragmented memories. Finally, you stop at the highest point of the ruins, slowly raising the note in your hand toward a broken wall before you. The note rustles in your palm, nearly crumbling to pieces, yet somehow its soft sound transports you back to a moment you've never witnessed before. Oh, shit! A gush of vital fluid surges from her mouth. She tries to contain it with her hands, but it all seeps through her fingers, steadily dripping out a pair of ruins below. She lowers her hand, staring at the crimson staining her palm, too weak to even manage a sneer. Kind of ending is this? At least I didn't make the ending worse. She knows that the little commandant has already reached their destination and will be rewarded with the brilliant future. She shuts her eyelids, contemplating what will happen next. Dying here? How great. Colonel finds me again. That would be much worse. Done with all of this. Blithely having companions is actually a cruel thing because no one wants to return to a boring, miserable daily existence. What's even more ridiculous is that the connection is broken and that person will most likely remember nothing. Hold on, is this present moment or is this past? Is this past? Or is this present moment? Flashback, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, damn, we really went from there to that? Okay, at least it's a flashback. I'm like, damn, they really killing her off like that. Whew. Flashback and a flashback. Okay. An absurd escape filled with heroic sacrifice, yet she alone is left to gnaw at the remaining memories. Wow. No. I refuse to accept this. No. I absolutely refuse this kind of ending. The flames around her body can no longer ignite, so she chooses to use all of her remaining strength on her hands. She wants to leave a note, but tiny snowflakes fall upon it, quickly dampening the paper. It's not working. What else can I do? She's growing restless. She needs to find a way to escape Colonel as soon as possible, preferably by hunting down those in Babylonia, then take everything back that belongs to her. All the glory, the spoils, and... Suddenly, as she stares at the vital fluid in her palm, an idea surfaces in her boiling mind. She forces a smile anyway. One last prank. You stand on top of the ruins, gasping for breath at the frantic sprint. The cold wind pierces painfully through your body, but an excited heartbeat still pumps hot blood through your ordinary flesh. Opening your hand, the note quivers precariously, about to be blown away, but that doesn't matter anymore. At the edge of your vision, a massive message written in blood covers the collapsed wall. Through the trembling strokes, one can see the distinctively touch of mischief along with an intense refusal to surrender. Like someone vibrant and bold, she flamboyantly left behind a wanted poster to conceal a hidden wish. You laugh amidst the desolate ruins. From the chaotic jumble of memories, a single phrase breaks free from the confusion and surfaces. Grief can only last for 1 second. If grief can only last for 1 second, then we'll meet again in the very next. Alright, time for a reunion after a long separation. I should prepare for some cliche lines. Opening your eyes, fully opening your eyes, you return not to any dream, but to unmistakable reality. It's been a while. The red conscript sits in a chair beside the hospital bed, peeling a bright red apple. Want some fruit? We only have apples here. Vera passes over a slice of peeled apple. I'd rather have something else. Sure thing. Guess where you are. Have it a how. Take your pick.
Neither. I choose reality.
Correct answer. She seems satisfied with your answer, laughing at the rare sense of relaxation as she casually crosses her legs. What else do you want to know? I'll answer anything, but you've got 3 minutes.
And your frame.
Your frame has been transferred to the Science Council. Hilda personally supervised the process. Everyone worked quickly. They not only reduced the frame's overall power input, but also installed various modules necessary for daily life. A kind of haywire situation. It won't happen again. The Garnet frame is nearly total and is still undergoing repairs. You can't switch back to Rosa frame either now. As the Science Council was worried about potential issues during the frame synchronization process, we'll reconsider after you're discharged.
What about what happened on the island?
Except for that ascendant who left behind traces of their escape, everyone who deserved to die is dead and as dead can be. All Heddo creatures and every last Heinz. By the way, that junior colleague of yours is now under supervision in a special ward. These past few days, he's stubbornly refusing to acknowledge any connection with Heinz. It's more of an emotional denial. He insists that from now on, he'll only be Hanif. As for you, if Babylonian support had arrived slightly later, the punishing virus would have completely devoured your internal organs. The wound on your leg was also serious, but it's healing well. Star of Life medical technology really is something else.
I have more questions.
Ask quickly. The 3 minutes are almost up.
Vera, are you disappointed in your own story?
Exactly the same question as back then. You're really persistent.
Is your answer still the same?
Of course not. It's been so long. Vera holds up the remains of her cut apple as she contemplates the question seriously. Even though it often brings me to tears with rage, it can never be judged as a tragedy. If I must define it, is it an incredibly rich and glorious life. The debts I had to repay, I've repaid. The vengeance I had to seek, I've sought. The paths I have had to walk, I'm still walking. Most importantly, there have always been people by my side throughout the journey. As she speaks, she reaches out and titties the hair on your forehead. Don't rush. Once your memories return, we can reminisce properly every day. I haven't yet seen the end of your destiny, so I'll keep watch by your side. We have all the time in the world. The door in the hospital room is gently pushed open as more people who care about the two of them walk in. Great! The annoying visiting hours began. Today, 3 irritating folks from Grey Raven all have missions, so finally they're not the first ones barging in. And with that, Vera continued. Vera's answer comes to an end. She places the apple back on the plate and rises to leave. Hold on, who? Oh, okay. She moves with complete freedom, as if all the blessings bestowed upon her life had finally taken effect. Able to go wherever she wishes, able to obtain whatever she desires. Whether it's a medical pack, a serum, an apple, or a person she wants to save.
Wait. Vera.
She rests her hand on the door frame and turns around. What is it? I can spare a moment for one last bit of nonsense.
We'll always meet again. Vera.
Of course. Since the starting point was Vera, the end point should also be Vera. Even beyond the end of the final road, there will always be a field of promulgate red. That was good. That was good. Oh shit! Ha! We're still going. I heard you almost lost. Ah! It's Baby. Woo! I almost heard you lost your life. Did those kindergartners from Grey Raven work themselves into a panic? Vanessa stands by the. Oh! Wait! Oh, I know what she's talking about now. She said 3 people that are not the Grey Raven. This better be our classmates. Vanessa stands by the bedside empty-handed, not even bothering to bring a bouquet, making side remarks. Bevanata quietly lies at the edge of the bed, listening to the unfriendly exchange between her master and the Grey Raven Commandant.
They just left.
Oh? What's that supposed to mean? Have they leave and I show up right after? Sounds like I'm not welcome here. Too bad for poor old man. If poor old me isn't welcome, but there's nothing you can do about it. And I've got something I need to ask you.
Something concerning me.
Yes, FOS College graduation ceremony is next month. For the Distinguished Alumni Speech segment, will you be attending? Oh. Well, oh, okay. No, the three. Okay, so the three for the Grey Ravens, and then after that, Vanessa. Okay, so Vera left. So as Vera was leaving, the Grey Raven came in, and now Vanessa's here after the Grey Ravens left. Okay, I'll see. Sure, I'll go. I mean, you gotta play it forward.
I'll go.
Whatever you want. I'm just here to relay your answer back to the FOS. So even if I said no, it said whatever you want. If that's all, I'll be on my way. Oh, the hospital room door burst open with a loud bang. There you are, Lady Vanessa! Something terrible has happened! Get to the point. That's crazy she's part of this team now. Get the fuck out of here! She's done something wrong again and is now hiding in a box. She absolutely refuses to come out, and she says she won't listen to anyone unless you give her a mission in person. Leia drags another egg construct into the hospital room. From the trans-dimensional black hole of a box, a timid gaze peers out.
Who is this? Is this an actual person?
Vanessa's expression darkens and Bebonata wisely retreats to the side. Oh boy. Do I need to personally ask you out, princess? Perhaps it's the first time hearing Vanessa personally address someone as princess, but the shock of it lingers in your mind. Yeah! After a few seconds of silence, the black hole of self-doubt begins to shake violently. Sorry, master! Sorry! Come out now! I can't take this anymore. Let me just get some water to calm down. Oh, hey there, Grey Raven. I've been so busy I didn't even get to greet you properly. I hope she becomes a construct. I hope we get to play her someday. Leia dashes out to the bedside to grab a glass of water. The engines throughout her body are whirling loudly. Clearly, dragging her teammate here took considerable effort. What does a construct like you need water for? You need to come out to... Vanessa's frustration builds on two fronts. On one hand, she's still struggling to peel that massive clump of self-doubt off her teammate, while the other reaches out to roughly grab Leia, who's busy asking the Grey Raven Commandant for water.
Tasty, isn't it?
Strange. Shouldn't high-class people water taste better? Why doesn't it have flavor? Leia, you're responsible for prying this one out of here, or you'll be kicked out of Egret tomorrow. How is this suddenly my problem again? Vanessa! Vanessa, I won't go. Vanessa, can't you be a little nicer to me, please? Vanessa. The terminal by the bedside suddenly rings. Looking at it, you see that it's actually a caller with an unknown identity.
Hello?
Oh! The figure on the other end of the call hears the commotion in the hospital room and furrows her brow. Why is it so noisy? I heard you had a lot of visitors every day. Don't you find that annoying?
Wait, aren't you with the control court?
He notices your keen questioning, goes quiet for 2 seconds, and breaks into a ridiculous smile. Yeah, they were wrong about me. I'm rotten to the core. I can't stand being controlled, so I escaped.
No, impossible. Even if that's true, they'll track you down through this call.
Okay. No, I didn't escape. Look, I'm still in the hospital room. He holds up the terminal to show the surroundings, then his expression turns serious. I won't run away anymore. I'll cooperate with all investigations and punishments related to me and Heinz. I've just been feeling restless lately, stuck here day after day, confined to this hospital bed, so I figured out a way to get my hands on someone else's terminal. I heard your place is always lively, so I thought I'd join in the fun. That's all there is to it. It's not too out of line, right? Well, I mean, you are my junior, so you're gonna... if you're gonna follow in my footsteps, be prepared to have your own room. That room there is gonna be specifically yours, all right? If you really want to follow this path, get comfortable in the Star of Life, all right? You're gonna be there. You're gonna be a regular. It's your new office.
After the investigation and punishment are over, where do you plan to go?
No idea. I don't want to stay with Kuro. But it's not like I have much choice in the matter.
Would you like to come back to FOS for a visit?
Are we changing subjects that quickly?
The new graduation ceremony is coming up soon. Alumni are welcome to return for it.
What am I even...
If you are in the top 10, that definitely qualifies you as an excellent student.
I'll think about it. I might not get a chance anyway. Amid the chaos at Egrid, Hanif falls silent on the other end of the communication. He clutches the empty sleeve, looking somewhat dejected. The investigation related to Hines is still ongoing. I don't know when all of this will be over. You observe his reaction, and then a new idea suddenly hits you.
Well then, Hanif, I've got some good news and bad news. Which would you like to hear first?
If he says bad news, he's a real one. The bad news first. Hell yeah! How could things possibly get worse? First rule of aspiring to be SkiCon: once you start the journey to be like us, know that you will no longer have your own room. Yeah, yeah. No matter what, if you decide to do this, if you decide to follow this path, you will no longer have any time to yourself, all right? Your obligation is someone's gonna come into your room. You may sit down and be like, woo! I finally got a moment of peace. Someone's walking in to be like, hey, I've got some stuff for you, or hey, I need you to do this, or hey, can I talk to you? Like, you ain't gonna get nothing. Like, you ain't gonna get no time to yourself for like a minute. You're gonna be like, all right, time to put on my big boy pants and get back up and do my job. It's like, how I look at it is like you basically become a parent. You basically become a parent. All right, once you've tried this life, you're gonna have to deal with everybody. You're gonna have to be there for everybody. Here we go.
The bad news is, Hines is bald. You'll probably go bald too.
Oh, fuck. Just give me the good news instead.
The good news is, the previous Hines might have filtered out the baldness gene for you.
I shouldn't have asked. Beep disconnected. Just as the stranger's call disconnects, Leo, who was clinging to Vanessa like an octopus, suddenly slaps her forehead. Ah! I almost forgot about the important stuff. She rummages through her backpack as it clinks and clatters, pulling out a nail polish, small hair clips, earrings, necklace, before finally finding a small cardboard box, which she hands over. Are we ever gonna see who this one person is in the box? This is your package. It was delivered to the nursing station. They asked me to bring it to you while I was here. You know, watch, no, it can't be fucking Lamia. It would be fucking awesome if it would be, though. It would be awesome if that was Lamia. Just disguised as a construct for Ygritte. That would be fucking awesome.
This is for me.
Vanessa curiously weighs the package in her hands, feeling something inside rattling noisily as it shifts around. As the box opens, I don't think we know who the third member is yet. Oh, well, one can only hope that it's maybe Leia, or Lamia, sorry. As the box opens, it reveals numerous metal dog tags inside, reflecting the light of the hospital room.
Why are there so many dog tags?
Taking them out for a closer look.
The name on them is...
A large pile of dog tags lies silently in Vanessa's palm, yet every single one of them bears the same engraved name. Lloyd. Oh, wow. That's it? No fucking way it just ends like that. Alright, whatever. Alright, here we go. Oh, why are we getting a backstory for Lloyd? Why couldn't they just end it right there? That would have been good. That would have been good if they just ended it right there. Whatever. We're gonna fucking read it. I'm not fucking looking forward to it. Across the wasteland, a concert squad from Babylonia pushes forward against the bellowing sands. This is a barren outskirts of Los Prados. Step forward, 5, 6. I'm just gonna fucking speedrun this. I don't give a fuck for this part. I'm gonna be straight up honest, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a fuck for Lloyd's shit. Unless something significant happens, I don't give a fuck. I don't. I really don't. They could have just ended it right then and there, and I would have been happy with it. And then we would have caught on to Dawn her fucking floating record. But no, we had to get a fucking Lloyd backstory. God damn it! Whatever. I'm gonna read it, but I'm gonna speedrun it. I'm speedrunning this. Captain Mako 1 raises the combat terminal. The previously functional device suddenly displays nothing but static interference. Hey, on the bright side, we still have Vera, Journal, and Promise left. What do you mean? It's like, so like, those 2 stories are in this floating record, or are you talking about the faction story? Signal introduction begins exactly even standing steps for the line. The rumors of Babylonia are actually true. You're gonna hear me talk really fast here because I'm just gonna speedrun the fuck out of this. So no voice acting whatsoever, unless something significant happens. So you can use them. You can use the skip button and then play them later. No, I can't do that. I can't do that. If it's part of the story, it's gotta get done. It's gonna get read. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna skip it because that's how I gotta be fully immersed in it. But that doesn't mean I'm fucking gonna dread it. But oh well. It is what it is. Like I said, we're just going to speedrun it. Not going to voice act it. You're just going to hear me talking fast. So it's going to feel like you're going to be hearing on 2 times speed. So let me get a drink of water and we get started on this. The Ferret final team signal also read into this point. Did they cross the red line? The mission red line represents the strict operational boundary point. Everyone must be able to hear during ground missions. Babylonia explicitly forbids crossing the line, and crossing the legend, not a single rule breaker has ever returned successfully. Theoretically bound by the most credible explanation currently accepted by the Beyond Red Line is extremely high concentration of punishing, and the construct that crosses over the line is deeply infected. Captain Whooping lines over the sandstorm. Mako 3 presents the real formation, removes his mask. The wind blown in the sandstorm immediately sweeps across his face, tingling with the red hair. Everyone ecstatically acknowledges the Mako 3 special, yet in this moment he stares at the desolate wasteland the same bewilderment in any standard issue construct. I don't know. Captain lowers his head and begins taking inventory of the equipment for all the entire team of Babylonia. What lies behind represents the ultimate unknown, a file that they've run for years to lift. The Great Mako team is no different, but their curiosity remains purely theoretical with no record of having ever crossed the red line. Something feels off to me. Fair, never known to take a risk. Why would they suddenly cross the boundary now? Give us your old orders, Captain. What should we do? Stay within the safety of the red line, away from them to return to the sandstorm, or Mako 2, boldly violence, or alternative for Mako 3 left unspoken. You're thinking out going after them, aren't you? I'm all for it. I haven't even said anything yet. I don't take risks. Do I want the 2 of you remember that I completely wiped it again? Did I get new names and be thrown into different teams? Okay, I'll shut up. I still want to stay in the Grey Mako and keep being Mako 2. Mako 2 covers his mouth with one hand while eyeballing the other, silent Mako 3 whispering considerably. Hey, Lloyd, perfect timing. The captain commences what he can. Ouch, tush. The captain delivers a swift karate chop to Mako 2's head. I'm warning you, don't try to drag Lloyd into this either. I think maybe about the competition is still on. Lloyd might be important later on, but can't say much since you don't do Discord story. Since I didn't do Discord story. Well, if it ends up coming up, I'm sure they're gonna do flashbacks. If they do flashbacks, nice. We're there for it. But now, just because I'm reading fast doesn't mean that I'm not taking notes either. I'm still vividly taking in all the information that they're telling me. It's just I don't want to do it. It could have just ended Vera's story right then and there. It would have been good. But we're gonna still read it. Like I said, we're still gonna read it. And if you says it's important later on, then I'm gonna take your word for it. So Lilith killed a Mako 3 while on a field mission on a chapter, so it's a bit of a callback. Yeah, I was gonna say isn't this like before that happens? So yeah. Like, I'm still taking in all information. We're just kind of speedrunning this so that way we can get to Vera's affection story. Because you know what? We got to get to it. All right, here we go. Quiet team member speaks up. What about competition? The other team members turn their heads to Mako 3. Do their faces apprehended by a mass. If it's the same confusion, you've forgotten again. After everything ground mission, someone can attack member didn't raise some corporate contact, which means that voluntarily forget anything that causes a red line. No, I should say you forget I don't. He betters aside his member's gray hair and looks at his teammates. I have the mission from the very beginning, haven't I? All members of the fire support team have their memories of being human erased from when they were converted to construct. Each construct assigned the code is identity Mako 1 and Mako 2. But Mako 3 Lord is special. It very likely remembers his real name. What kind of rap is this? Ladies and gentlemen, you'd be very surprised. I actually talk really fast. I've talked really fast my entire life. So y'all hearing me talk slow is like like one side, but I do talk fast. I talk really fast. Like you can kind of hear from here. So, all right, here we go. However, his memories of Lloyd Pads are quite hazy. He vaguely recalls openly entertainment venues, nights where stars can be seen in the sky, the sound of alarms during the punishing outbreak. Mako 3 doesn't really care about any of that. He doesn't even care about the residual delay. Left an everyman purge like the competition he arranged for the Fair Fire team, he only just remembered it. What kind of competition did you arrange with them? A race to see who could reach the edge of the sandstorm. I agreed to the race to see what kind of lies behind the sandstorm, whether it's the old world destroying the punishing, a new world hidden further keeping from us, whoever. Okay, you're not used to want to take risks. Would you agree to such foolish competition? Man, I still have to do Discord and Veronica's story. After the semester is over, I'll binge all the story. Hey, you gotta make sure you gotta keep up on your studies, though. Hey, make sure you keep on your studies. You gotta be studying, be a sponge, be grateful for that. You'll get to the story eventually. I believe in you. All right, here we go. I thought they were joking, so I agreed, but now their signals have gone dark there. Mako 3 was game present toward the sandstorm. He simply takes the facts without explaining the option. That's enough. Tracking stops here. The mission is complete, Captain. Once you confront the Fair team's zero disappears at the edge of the red, we can abandon the search and classify them as missing. Fall back. Wait, Captain, even though it admitted something must be wrong. Sure, they give the Fair team to be jokers, but they never messed up on a mission, so they looked after us. According to the Lord's Summon charge, we haven't had disparate reactions with them. Why silence again? Why does everyone say it's safe? We don't really know. Something bothered behind him. Fuck it. I'm not gonna read it. We're just gonna skip this damn thing. I'm just gonna fucking just... I'm gonna skim it and we go. Skim it and we go. Like, you all should know by now, if I don't fuck with something I do not want to read, I ain't fucking gonna read it. Like, y'all know with you should know by Deriva Matrix and by the Retrasivo di Fantasia. So, we're just gonna rush to it, but I'm still taking in all the information that's happening right now. Okay. Oh, Fair won. Oh, these are the people that crossed the line. $67 mango mustard diddly dud troll face. What? Biscuit, hello? I don't know what the hell you just said, but hello? Faced with the Mako 3 relationship question voice weekly, yes, we can escape. Finally, he lowers his sudden self-leadership. What about you all? Lloyd, he's dead. One of the construct just died. Mako 2 painted with coldness. I'm sorry, Mako 2. Mako 2 yanks Mako 2 down to the city ground. What if we had to cross that line earlier? Find them, we could have saved them. It's like, okay. Questioning if you're really a construct converted into a human, or you just a robot, or the human due to conversation. Fast, mask off, is gone. Mako 2 bound, skin, scrapes, gravel. Phoning bound, identity clear, maintains to get the Mako 2's hand. You're the one for scrambled brains, even if Fair squad minutes to transmit information back then, so return maintenance, loading, but audibly wipe out memory data. In the end, we're the only ones who remains. Will you tell them volunteering what happened today, or will you tell the railways about the fire to disappear? If we return, the Fair team would have died for nothing. He realized the grip. If you give a Mako 3 falls to the ground, I'm leaving now. Lord, I'm never too captain. You don't have to. No, we can't be hasty. So, okay. Leader of Great Mako 3 still complete. So, you guys would like Mako 2 falls to the ground. Let's first what we gotta know. I remember we previously taken a mission to the edge of the lost products, but the memories are still erased with the pretext of competition. Lord, tell me right now how many teams have been sacrificed this way. If it is 4 teams with my own eyes, Mako 3 thinks for a moment decides a little bit further. To be more precise, they were specialists who handle these situations. We're not here today. Understand now. Okay, if we would have killed, we should return, wait for a better opportunity, wait for the greater strength. But after our memory debt is wiped, do you really believe Lloyd will tell us the truth next time? Then we'll make Lloyd follow orders. Lloyd, this is my order. No matter what happens in the future, every time our great Mako Fire team awakens, you must tell us the truth about the world as we know it. Do you understand? Repeat. Understands and salutes. I will inform every detail. Okay. Good. Consider this secret mission. I'm assigning to you. Mission code name. Captain stands at the edge of the construct red line, watches the construct made constructs. Perhaps beneath the wasteland there are more constructs who died in the pursuit of the truth. New world. Okay, so that's interesting. So those two go into the sandstorm. He sits there waiting. And then when they die and get rebooted, he basically tells them everything that's happening. And the fact that we got Mana Mazzano here too is wild. During that period, Babylonian actively urged civilians to volunteer for service into conflict. The person named Lord heard the call. Perhaps was tied to the monstrous and boyfriend in life. Perhaps wanted freedom. So he stepped up forward, accepting the constant modification surgery. To prevent the psychological trauma on 6 of pain, this calf kindly helped by erasing all memories of the construct modification process and then assigned new digital designations based on new construct groupings like Mako 1, 2, and 3. Thus, Mako 3 anomaly was apparent from a variable when he's opened his eyes. You remember Lloyd, his original aspiration. Here we are. The leader reminds Mako 3, indicating they're about to leave the safety of Babylonia. Many years have passed since quietly since the annihilation of Ferret Squad today. Grey Mako's failed to deploy on another mission. Okay. The Grey Mako Fire team exists. The extending are limited one by one. Arriving at the maintenance directive. Okay. Seeing the Grey Mako Fire team about the construct. Yeah. Mako 3 gazes at their wall. Let's go. The staff should be waiting for us. Wait, Lord, I need to speak with you. Just like that before. After our memory did his wipe, you'll tell us everything we should know. Then we'll know what to do to be done together. 103 times. This will be the Grey Mako's 103rd mission to edges of lost problem on the surface. That's fucking wild. It's also the 103rd attempt to probe toward the edge of the world. Fortunately, no one has discovered that they're using the missions as cover to search for the truth. Mako 3 nods. You're the same as always, reminding me, yep. At the time Mako 3 pioneered explosion, the new world has evolved into a secret mission code name given by Lloyd by Mako 1, terminal by many constructs. Attracted by the freedom of hope emanating from this term, constructs have begun to gather around the Grey Mako 15 months attempt to search for unusual killers. But the conditions on the surface worsening, of density punishing rapid rise. Each time they descend, they feel a strain on their front. Okay. Time is running out for everyone, but the new world has yet to appear before their eyes. Interesting. I heard a fire team couldn't keep their patience, unlike us, and have the advantage of authorized missions, yet they had to venture beyond the red line. Internal bulletin warned us about the incident, indicating that someone had noticed a recent surge in anomalies. Okay. Hey, Lloyd, we still remember everything. His team, on his question, he commits to his face to memory, wondering how many times. Yes, I remember everything. This marks the Grey Mako Fire Team's 103rd deployment secured in the transport neighborhood craft. They exhaust the exact same bumps and vibrations, reaching the edge of Los Prados. They exited the transport once again inside the familiar wasteland, pushing forward against the howling wind. See, successive refuge 102 boarding recovery missions have earned this team complete trust in their capabilities. During operations, they briefly permitted to cross the red line. Once the mission ends, a memory data purge takes care of the rest. Despite having 1 or 2 perfect opportunities to uncover the truth, they never acted rashly, only venturing slightly deeper into the sandstorm with each mission. Like ants cautiously moving forward, tiny steps accumulate into great distance. Okay. Mako 3 is suddenly struck by a powerful premonition that this mission will be different. Unable to contain himself as they advance, he asks fundamental questions. Captain, what lies beyond the sandstorm? I don't know. The captain's answer is identical to the one given to the day he discovered the women's ferret, but I feels the same. So is this whenever they find the? Is this when they find the island? All the seconds will be in vain. Will they? Yes or no? Okay, Captain of the Alliance. Yep. Souls of Babylonia, whether they're doing concerts for frozen years, close to the truth, and you are Lord, or souls open eyes. You need cycle. You choose to awaken us. You say with an order. You also want to see the new world beyond the sandstorm to escape the stagnant waters of Babylonia, don't you? You are the new Lloyd. You must be Lloyd. Lloyd continues to guide us with your memories and getting closer to each time. Tell us where we should go next. As our route select, Lloyd moves past his teammates and takes position in the front of the group. Follow me, I remember all the routes. The small band of constructs follows Lloyd into the sea of sand. What happened after that? Did they see the new world? 3 red. A blurry light seems to fade with my eyes. Mako 3 appeared at me. Shouldn't have been Lloyd. He should have been Lloyd, the only one who remembered everything. He should have been backbone of the new world operation. Grey Mako traitors eliminated at the edge of the Prados, shattered. Captain Lloyd's eyes are over. Lloyd's up kneeling on the examination table. He's lost both of his power lower legs. The memory data purge he takes experience more intense than the day before. He had learned that this was likely some kind of mind disorder, but it was like a weird. Okay. No, this is where they're finding out Madame Mazzano Babylonia is a lie. Ah, okay. Sarah's blinking the battle scarred hands, watching tiny grains of sand caught between the joints of mechanical structure slide free from each moment. Mako 3 awakened. A cold and different call pulls him back to the widespread desert, making him feel as if he's standing there once again. He remembers now. Heavily defense facilities utterly out of place in a wasteland tower above the ground, unleashing merciless strikes against them. During the Grey Mako team formed a third exploration of Lost Beyond the Red Line, they finally reached this place, the very edge of Lost Prados. Oh wait, was this the defense, like the underground facility that she was in? Mako 2 was intently shared, destroyed by an cave. Bang managed to get a shard. Mako 2, get up Lloyd. 75 power for me. We must be. It's supposed to be the final exit. Oh wait, are they trapped in wait a minute. I'm confused of where they're at. I got two things. Either one, they just found her facility and they're taking heavy fire, or two, they're trying to escape the facility to get out to the real world. White Vera fluid swords with blaze, broken desert, get up, I must run. Lloyd fights to continue going to studio extreme pain. Madame Mazono's Babylonia is a lie. That's still stuck on me. So they got sent from Babylonia to just to find something, but they were finding out that Babylonia is a lie. Third soul-crushing explosion. Okay. Can't feel his legs anymore. Legs gone. He examines his lower limbs. Have to confirm that he can no longer stand. Immediately grabs his neck. Yep, heavy weapons from charge. 32 seconds. 30 seconds. 7 sharp rocks. Okay, force is wide open. Determined to see the new world beyond. No, this is where they're finding out Madame Mazono. Oh, wait, the other part. But suddenly the punishing shooting system in the body relaxes. Instinctively, he checks the punishing concentration detector and is very sure enough the numbers are plummeting like they've fallen off a cliff, dropping into the safe ranges of mere seconds. This is. With unprecedented clarity in his mind, he finally grasps what the new world really means. The high concentration of punishing only exists within that area. Los Prados could be nothing more than an experimental cage created just for us. The defense facility completely its charge. After one final thunderous roar, the wasteland returns to a ridiculous snake with nothing howling in the wind sand. I see now. So Madame Mazono is running tests on him right now. And so he just awakened again. But now he remembers the memories of what happened. Let go of me. Yup. No wonder he fucking hated humans. Barely wounded construct straight, no match for mechanical arm. The investigating the edge of Lost Prado mission is a lie. The red line is an indication of high punishing zones by her facility area. That's okay. Yeah, okay. Okay, perfect. So basically they're trying to. Okay, I see now. Makes a lot more sense now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what. Yeah. Once I put those two together, I'm like, okay, he's back now, and those two possibilities I was talking about. That's what it was. Okay, so they're just trying. They're going through a. She's basically sending him off to die, bring him back, and then do it again. Fucking wild. So makes sense to why he hates him now. Visible hand stare at his data, determined to rip away, crush, and reduce something everything he cherishes. That cleanse begins. Fierce part of us are being held out. Yep. Okay. Knows better they fake than anyone else. No, there's no going back. They're completely dead. He sees clearly now he's lost all his family and friends. No one can left to support him. He himself, Lloyd. What do I have left? Data floats and sinks to show that invisible hand turns away more and more. He finally loses his composure, letting out a language wail. I am Lloyd, please don't kill me. Damn, he's crying! His encouraged is being dismembered. His limbs and bones and sonal organs, emotions, and all of scattered in different places. His rage, his sorrow, his fear, all dispersed everywhere. That's fucked up. Only he himself was no longer within his shell. Dense light floods his visual model again, surrounded by the white brightness. His disordered as someone seeks past him. Look at me, answer my question, who are you, where are you? He waits for death, but the empty shell continues to function. I am Mako 3 at the grave even. Mako 5 team, I am about living a grave. Team maintenance, everything seems fine on my end. How are your data monitoring results? Detonation on the other side raises a hand, signaling that everything is normal. Data monitoring shows no abnormalities. Phew, good thing we did. Good thing the depurge work. I was worried there might be something fundamentally wrong with the hardwire. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you mean. Doesn't matter if you understand or not. What you mean is finished. Get out of there. What the others waiting? That's fucked. So Lloyd just wanted to be free, but you know that didn't happen. Turns to the file team. Meanwhile, the decommissioned Michael 1 and Michael 2 had their call signs taken over by new contracts. Yep. Occasionally exchanging viewers and teammates introducing that these two new squad members were thought by Babylon and Code Strange. Okay. Continues carrying out missions as usual. Transported to various locations to execute operations. Fighting against the corrupted and contesting even with their punishing. Time marches on, and that's the grandest visions of Russian integrated security that day. Grab to exploit the ruins of the central Las Prados. That's what seems like a routine reconnaissance. Michael failed to board the transport evacuation. Michael 2 missing. Signal tracking shows he remains somewhere in Los Prados. In response, Madame Bazona from Babylonia dispatches Sergeant Eleanor to lead Michael 1 and Michael 2 on a cover operation for the missing squad. The mission outcome is Michael 1 and Michael 2 perish in the dense punishing energy. However, Sergeant Eleanor returns with Michael 3's data chip, claiming that she witnessed in him potential for sex recall technology. Faced with an always suggested, Madame Bazona doesn't hesitate. She'll grasp at any straw. Madame Bazona takes the chip from her hand and slots it into the central hub with a little click. It hollows, shatters, around. Yep. Longing for Babylonia's dream of claiming Earth and the most smallest flickers of motion, they all stored in the tiny chips. So the reason he was able to come back because fucking Madame Bazona was fucking being greedy. And which makes a lot of sense now. Because whenever we did hear him say, you know, we heard him talk in the one mission of Lilith's stuff. We heard him. And then, if y'all remember, there was a... if y'all remember, there was a little robot at the end of the scene, at the end of one of the fighting missions, and he says, and you see that little robot scurrying off. I wonder if that was him escaping Babylonia to come down here to Earth. Okay. Yep. Don't need this anymore. We just have removed the now useless data chips on the spine. Something useful. After he tries toward the ascending elevator with the look. Yep, it gives a subtle wave to several constructs. And he's just completed with 2 minutes from the mission, but in the seconds before the elevator closes. Mention. The Exo Hub does exchange conversation. Yep. Lloyd has already spread during those months. Okay. Elevator closes. This is when I was so human. So feudal, right? Quarantine protocols, laboratory Blair, yep. Meanwhile, Marco 3 along with the concept is being embraced. Yep, search for the transport ship. Marco 3, I am Lloyd. I have not died and I never will. He roars with these words, his gaze now unflinching his salute. I am Lloyd, I have not died and I never will. We will leave Babylonia, we will escape this fabricated testing ground and journey to the true new world. The new world exists. Single battle cry awakens in everyone a long forgotten yearning for the new world. That dreamlike vision never disappeared, even though the original love was completely purged, despite the console present now being souls. Okay. No, the main note doesn't change, but from now on, everyone is Lloyd. Construct takes the hesitant half step forward and encouraged by him venture step forward to the edges of work beyond the edge of the lost puddles. I've seen it with my own eyes. There's no high concentration pending outside. All of our missions were nothing but experiments conducted on us. We're just test subjects for Babylonia. They froze countless residents in storage. Whenever a construct expendable is long testing zone, they simply draw the human another one, modify them into a construct, force them to fill the vacant position before throwing them back into the testing grounds. Into the old world is nothing but a town rebuild. Yep. All lords cross into the wastelands together, war together, we will be standing well. Okay. We are Lloyd. Yeah! Lords unite! Carrying the Lords, the world begins to turn. The Rage one, Sorrowful one together. Recall to the mission long as we know the line. I am Lloyd. People everywhere screaming, staff, residents, turns, Lords, trampled decades, locals, rays of sand, lost autos into name facilities in the foot. Meanwhile, those on deck of rushing toward the transport ship, seizing weapons, control the deck at the right set of course of the new world. In the new world, there's only one path forward. All Lloyds at the lost portals immediately coordinates north 36.9, west 1153. Whereas at the coordinates action to his memory, the results of the 1 3 meticulous exploration is advanced through colony of ants moving as one. Like a ball of ant tumbling toward a flood, the outer shell peeling away as their components float to the surfaces, paving a gruesome path through the turbulent waters. There's only one path. It's only one way. Lloyd runs into a transport ship's cockpit, every procedure already ingrained in his memory as he skillfully initiates takeoff. The soul escape route manifests into his mind, almost like a radiant line guiding the way. Escape from Babylonia, break free from his prison, I can make it to Earth. Second, head to Lost Portals, completely tear away the disguise of the experimental facility. Finally, journey to the new world. So we had 3 parts of this. We wonder what the new world is really like. Would there be humans or the constructs? That's not an option. One moment these dark thoughts surface, he shakes his head violently and immediately pilots the transport ship upward. The new world shouldn't be subject to such offensive speculation. Without realizing it, he issues a command. All Lloyds break free from Babylonia. We get it out Babylonia with this one. Woo! The acceleration tracks glow as the transport ship spins towards space. Follows the terminals, no parameters in hum. Slight terminals accompanied by friction emerges. More accurately, those periods of terminals feel like the frequency of their amplitude. We are all expectantly identical. Maybe overlook. Perhaps you should have realized this long ago. Wait. Lloyd's warning transmission fails to send that in a split second he realized that what's happening for Go nice. Regardless of communication channel with the other Lloyds, broadcast their own cries of despair. Yep. The extreme velocity justified the transport vehicles and flush them out. Kind of in here, he thinks refuses to accept his fate. Beyond realized advances in space, drifting, floating across a vacuum, but all these thoughts really flashed through mind for the previous moment. The next instant, he tumbles onto the solid ground. Ollie went straight through the air, sand pelts like, yep, gravel scrape presses behind his skin, yep. Opens his eyes, no cosmetic stars, no Lloyd brain debris, no Babylonia. The crashed transport burned into a charred skeleton engulfed in the roaring flames. He kneels down the weird spread pointing, yep. But it stands a glass dome and a massive hole smashed through it inside, yep. All the way up position, massive dome. Babylonia, he reads aloud the remaining marks of the transport vehicle with black and frame. Eden Type 3. Wow, Eden Type 3. Pieces of Lloyd Old World finally connects. His Babylonia was a lie, an elaborate deception orchestrated by Mademoiselle. Well, at least he learned. Eden Type 3 wasn't drifting to space as they'd been led to believe, but rather a ground-based research facility confined to Earth, trapped within Los Prados. The entire underground laboratory, San Lorenzo Entertainment Complex, Babylonia Residential Zone, and maintenance sector. All the way to the old Los Prados Railroad and its outskirts, all of that was well. Which were laid upon him with a single massive dome. From the bottom to top, from inside out, to imprison Lloyd Vera's soul, condemning him for years of unshakable monality. Now seeing the truth clearly, he struggles to his feet, rising second for a desperate run. The other lords who fell from the paradise with him follow close behind, are running close to the wasteland. Yep. They badly ruined and collapse into another, quickly buried by the wisdom of a sandstorm. They run from daylight into darkness, from one dune to the next, from wasteland to wasteland. Sand drifts, not fills their joints, but even their voice modules. Until the second morning, the lead Lloyd gradually slows his pace until finally he stands motionless. Lloyd, why did you stop running? It seems that many of the Lloyds stop following him and questioning him, urging him to keep running forward to reach a new world. He turns around, slowly, face is stretched with tears, though he has no memory of shedding them. He has never cried like this before. What is this? Reminds me of fucking Forrest Gump here. There's no one behind him. There was never a pillar of the cloud or fire to guide them. There was no part of water. There's no fed sea. Yep. I'm sorry. He still manages the many Lloyds behind him, stubbornly answering the emptiness. I want to keep running too, but there's no path ahead. Staring in the emptiness. He remembers only a long time ago when the Lloyd had anything made nothing to him. Once upon a certain path, he asked the captain, to all phantom fragments in the Atlantic. Yep. It's a cliff. Oh, damn. That's tough. Promise shore beyond the old world is just a cliff. Tears fall, he steps out on the other foot, hovering for 2 seconds. Then he falls. That's wild. I mean, can you... That's tough. On one end, he's like, I'm so tired, I'm ready to just go. And, you know, be transported to another world. And just fucking, you know, takes that leap of faith. That's wild. Alright, 2 more episodes. And then we can, and then we're done with this chapter finally. I don't get why we have to do this too, but it's fine. Let's do it. Post a hero. I gotta use the restroom here too. Shit, I should have used it before we started. Oh well. Looks like, oh wow, he lived! Frankie and Wanky. Oh, so he lived, got out of the facility, and now he's getting ready to go to Babylonia. Just to be called the Immortal Lord. Fucking wild. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Which team are you from? You guys are the staff member imaging the awakened Lloyds. How to kill her, how to fight back. The karate chop lands on Lloyd's forehead, leaving him dazed. He's like, yeah, stop that shit. Don't waste the time. That's right, you should have listened to your leader. Which team are you from? I don't remember. Fine, you don't remember what's your name. You just remember that. Lloyd says intuitively. If you can't remember your code name, tell us your room name. You'll probably end up on the team once you pass the screening anyway. Mako. No, that's not it. Lloyd, my name is Lloyd. I think it's funny how, like, for the longest time, Lloyd had that one look character design, and then he got turned into this. This was his true form. The newly arrived Cosmic Lord is a strange fellow. He questions everything around him and frequently inquiries about all sorts of matters. From major topics like Babylonian history, tracing back to almost when the very first screw was manufactured. Well, that Lloyd was a fake. Oh, it was? Wait. Will we learn about that in these next two episodes, or does it not just tell us? Does it not tell us that? Any hurry to attend? This is timeline of strange nonsense. Back in the day, my parents wanted to wear my old world of memory. Please continue. I'm told. I wonder if that was a setup then for him to escape Babylonia then. Like, hey, you're gonna be a fake lord, and you're gonna die, but I'm gonna escape, and it's gonna look like I faked my death. It's gonna look like that I actually died, but I faked my death. We're just kids. I only remember Lloyd gazed suddenly into Francis' eyes. In his deep mind, he possesses the exact same memories of his past events. Static of destroyed. Lloyd, yup. I probably wouldn't know. Lloyd answers. Wow, Jesus. While Sophie goes with Francis' word, the mind drifts back to Contifar. Can't out of 3. It's right now dog shit. New punishing brought us. Someone died. It's just another order of the day. Everyone died so immediately. Eden 2 type 2. Lloyd's pen suddenly freezes. I boarded Eden type 3, so that's it. That's the news of Virgil's point. Lloyd, listen, if you've got a high-speed rotating power armor to enter Babylonia, you got a mix. Number 9, alcohol flavor electrolyte. Okay. Francis is drunk. Okay, Winky, when are you writing that down? Don't tell me you actually take more notes on this nonsense. It's fine. What he's actually saying is useful. It's what I need. You don't mind hearing him repeat the same stories 3 times a week. I don't understand. What about you, leader? Waking your hand over the hover of the chest. If I'm not mistaken, that's a wedding ring. You're married before you came to Construct. We even had a child, a little girl. Aw. That's all there is to it. Nothing more. Anything else you want to know? No, it's alright. It's alright. We need to apologize. Many people went missing during that. Oh, he lost them. Oh. Should I done my story too? When I find my wife and daughter, we can add that to the next chapter. Okay. Damn. Finding intently. Remember the sober Francis up a bit. We're here on a mission. Oh, leader. Make his footsteps tall. If something's wrong with this world, what would be the root for that error? The punishing virus. It's all the punishing's fault. Hiccup hick. Punishing virus inevitable. Dad, I've always felt like that. Yup. Okay, we overthink this. An error of unnecessary top priority when you consider such questions. This is Babylonia. If there was only one place in the world that we can barely maintain in summer. Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this right now. If I was to do this in normal time, we would be here for another fucking 2 hours. Let's get ready to move out. Lloyd, we're heading on. Yep, understood. Never. I will collapse the world. Blah. Outside the perimeter. Yep. Join it. Yep. Lloyd, retreat. Wait for backup. Hurry. Move with the other squads. I'm not leaving. Despite his teammates' angry shouts, Lloyd delivers the power kick to my feet. Seen before him, glitch with the figure memories playing with the video eyes. I won't leave if I retreat. Lloyd, everything will be lost. Oh, so he's on the premises of if he dies here, he's gonna get reset. So he's gonna fight with everything he's got. Let me slash, let me kill, let me charge at the vanguard. I can use recall anyway. As long as I never die, as long as I'm the one standing at the front, everyone will. Punishing won't be able to take anyone from the side ever again. Yeah. Oh, never mind. He's on the pretense that if he dies, he'll just come back. Never mind. You all told me to not dwell in the past, I believe, so I'm asking you to survive. Just don't become part of my old world. You all said punishing is the blame, and I believe that too, so I'll be the one to correct it. I just need to elevate all mistakes. Battlefield continues over the ground. He gives two comrades a smile. It's as if answering all. He's answered all the lawyers who fell before the threshold of the new world, responding to their collective question. Please survive. I'm begging you, keep running too. Damn, Lloyd just wanted some friends. He just wanted some friends. I am Babylonian is an unprecedented experience for Lloyd. To preserve his life, he's forced to fight with everything he has. Even if his body and his skin is torn off, mechanical skills and his shattered power core is damaged, and the vital fluid is drained, he must fight. Being wounded on the battlefield no longer means being discarded as a defective, nor having his memory data wiped after every mission. So even if the battle briefly pains, it's significant compared to counterfeiting security. He brings them whenever he opens his eyes again. Waco and friends is always there. Sleep mode for so long. Dome, clear sky. Let's go and go for a walk. My bad, don't hit me. Lloyd rises from the sleep pod in the corridor. Staff of conflicts. Yep. Hi, Lloyd. It's been a while. Nods an acknowledgement. Lloyd, hello. No mission today. Shakes head. People passing continue to discuss him with admiration. It's because he's the immortal Lloyd! That's fucking funny. Staying conscious will initiate a recall at such a dangerous situation. He must be incredibly painful. Having escaped death 100 times, he deserves the respect that his title suggests. People converse and avoid walk past him. Yup. Mortal Lloyd. Yup. He slowly lowers his eyes in the sunlight. They're just rumors. I've never used recall. That's tough. After leaving Madame Mazona's laboratory, he naturally became unable to perform the so-called recall. Collective consciousness without physical support is nothing but an illusion. Thus, he remains the last Lord of the world. As for the rumors of his immortality, they're merely a mantra used to sustain himself. A true immortality is a reality carved out through countless battles, one strike at a time. I just cherish this new world. Wait, so he has finally gone constant Babylonia's warm sunlight. I have been in Eden Type 2 for a long time. I'm familiar with voice response from a distance, quite a while. Oh, Gabriel! Time seems to flow has been secretly accelerated. Over time, yep. Babylonians use different efforts to fabricate lies. Now, I'm gonna be honest. If they ever decided to do an anime, I think Loxus's voice would be really good for Gabriel. I think it would be really good. I think he would voice Gabriel really well. I think he would do really well. I think Loxus's voice actor would do really well with Gabriel's voice. Or with Gabriel's character. So, alright, here we go. I don't mind, it's a fall matter. Being caught alive, yup. A good thing, you're far too understanding of what the greatest mistake in the world is. Wait, who are you? You can't seem to read the mistakes, which is why I keep making them. Voice, yup. Had you enough sunshine in your memories? Really, you're saying win his mission. Not the one who destroyed your new world. They did it for themselves. A man who greeted me several times. The Vector. I was interested in you, so I made a deal with me to lure you here. But in the end, you chose your squad to battle me. I suppose you command your bravery, your flittering weapons. Yep. Half-hearted jump was violently in the enemy's palm. You don't see your leader among them, do you? Don't worry too much. He escaped alive. Your sacrifice is in vain. Or rather, if you're rather fortunate, despite having only half a head, much of your mind remains intact. Forgot your voice module was 13 by now. Okay. So basically, Gabriel put belt to ass on them, and then he let one live. Okay. Okay. No! Let me fuck you, son of a bitch. Whatever. Alright, here we go. Actually, I'm gonna use the restroom first. No, we're almost done with the stream. This will be the end. This will take us to the end of the stream, anyways. Okay. And then Tuesday we're gonna do Vera's floating affection story, and then we'll do the main story. That is gonna happen. Don't y'all worry. Don't y'all worry. We're still gonna do her affection story. It's gonna happen. It just won't be today. You're not a hero, don't pretend to be a hero, you're not even worthy of being called a fake hero. You're like a rabbit soon inside a bull's crisis. Suffocating in there, yet streaming the same, surrounded by all that fresh meat, you're craving real food. Instead of Gabriel took Lloyd, no have a Lloyd's skull, which massively was a very part of his mind. Gabriel found the pivotal frame and spent nearly a month gradually reconstructing Lloyd. First, Lloyd remained unresponsive, lost in your willing Gabriel suddenly losing his companions. A voice model connected successfully. Lloyd awoke from his trance and immediately began cursing at the Ascended who had destroyed everything. But Gabriel ignored him, blocking Lloyd's voice module and continuing to focus intently on the creation. When his upper limb circuits connected successfully, Lloyd reached out to strangle Gabriel, only to be pinned to the frame by metal spikes. By the time his lower limb connection was complete, it had been exactly 33 days. Lloyd seemed to have abandoned any thoughts of escape. He remained silent while pinned to the frame, allowing Gabriel to reposition him once more. You may speak now. Your noise was too loud earlier and interfered with my creative process, so I had to quiet you down a bit. Then I'll ask the first question. You've clearly passed the incident. Why not? Yup. Okay. So Gabriel basically brought him back. Because he's like, ooh, you're gonna be cool. And you want to carve your own new world. Sanctuary with your own hands. Yep, personally witness you've been doing it. You still refuse to see the truth, Lord. You are dull in comfort, hesitation for action, and blind to execution. You've accomplished nothing. You're pretty wrong about everything. Beat it. Too impatient. What exactly have you turned me into? Lloyd struggles as he frees upon his vows across his frame. You refused the Ascension Network invitation that still general also gave you the privilege of coexisting with the Punishing Virus. No need to thank me. I simply don't want to miss out on someone with talent. From today, you're free to go wherever you want. Gabriel moves a spike from Lloyd's body as he speaks. Oh, and you better not get caught by humans or else you'll... Lloyd has no intention of listening to Madman. Gabriel watches Lloyd figure disappears in the distance. While you run away, you've already thoroughly suited your eternal blocking system and used to involve magic forces. Do you think this new protest world... Okay. Ugh. Damn, Lloyd looking for his dogs. He's looking for his dogs. Faintly the sand. Nothing remains. Gently crosses facing the ground. I grew attached to the Grey Maker squad in the old war, and that's all left to pieces. I'm too short an arm. Wasn't I supposed to be the Punishing Virus' fault? All of it. I escaped Madame Z. Never asked to later be alone. The hero, yes. Why am I pushed for being swept away by the tide? Oh! I'm a goofy now. Now I see why he was a fake. I forgot that in Vera's floating record, they even stated that, like, we can't let the Lloyd name be forgotten. I forgot they talked about that in her it was either interlude. I think it was her interlude. They said that they couldn't afford to let the name die, so they just put new fucking people. They just put people in there. So if the Lloyd dies, that current Lloyd dies, they just get another guy that looks the same as him and put Lloyd on him, and then boom, Mortal Lloyd doesn't go away. I forgot about that. That's right. And then when he actually defected, that's when it happened. Forgot about that. That's been a minute. I didn't put 2 and 2 together at the time, just because I'm fucking hating reading this. But now it makes sense for me. Now it makes sense. Yeah, just to keep the lie going. Yeah. Basically, they didn't. Yeah, they did. I believe they said they didn't want to bring the morality down because of it. So that is why. So now, see, this is why it pays for me to read this shit as much as I do not want to. It clears up a lot of things. It clears up a lot of things. Ahead. Yep. Suddenly, here's a call from nearby. Where are you? Search mission. Lord takes off running again, clinging to hope. At the end, he runs, finds a barely created construct. Requesting support. I'm here. Lord, be top more construct. Yep. Yep. That's fucking wild. Damn, Lloyd just wanted to fucking have peace for once in his life, and he fucking couldn't get it. Since escaping the false Babylonian, he questioned everything around him. Yep. Lloyd cradles enough look at his hands. He's lost the ability to warn himself, but now clearly realizes someone's been continuing his existence. The next moment, the terminal has to remain activated once more. From the comes yet an unfamiliar voice, but the words spoken exactly the same. Lloyd here, approaching target. There's an answer again. The new Lloyd is about to arrive, while the real Lloyd chooses to leave. Yep. Yepper. Windblown sands continued to rage for a long time, so long that even the last Lloyd met his end at the hands of the red-haired consorts. Yep. So long that even Gabriel has vanished without a trace, as long as even the armor remnants of wolf friends have been clearly voted by the windblown sand. How long has it been? He still wanders through the yellow sand, so long that even the remaining armor is completely gone now. Even Gabriel was vanished without a trace, he better be dead. Even the last Lloyd was eliminated by that red-haired construct just as well. Searching for Wanky has become pointless. I no longer need to prove my identity. As long as I remain in the punishing contaminated state, I can never return to Babylonia. But why have I still continued to come this way searching? He stands behind the speeding golden train, watching as it recedes into the distance. Wanky is on that train. He witnesses the door at the rear train suddenly being pulled open. Get off. Please don't look. I have a child with me. I could still, man, I got put up with people besides simply the father and daughter of the from the wow! That's fucked. Lloyd feels if he just witnessed Wanky lost his wife. Oh! That's crazy! Yo! Lloyd boards the train. He walks silently down the corridor. Even when the occasional steps on someone, there's no response. I'm looking for your fixer. The only one who hears him speak, the little girl, shrinks back into the shadows. You're hungry, aren't you? Chocolate, I'll give you energy here, take it. Lloyd carefully places a piece of candy in the girl's paw. The punishing virus he carries doesn't infect it. The punishing virus he carries doesn't infect the child. The girl devours it immediately, withered souls around them look over, but fortunately no one tries to snatch the candy away. I was just saying, don't fucking do that! Tell me how many people were thrown off just now. Who did it? The fixer, what do you want to do with the fixer? Eat slowly, I can give you another piece. Thank you, don't look for them. They kill people when they hate outsiders even more. If they kill someone indiscriminately, then they should be prepared to die themselves. Goddamn right. You decide to post some shit like that, you best be prepared to die. Wait, whoa. Kill us all, not just the fixer. The girl anticipated her arm sweeps in a circle, pointing at every refugee around them. I'm sorry, I can't. Are you looking for me? The culprit who had just cruelly thrown someone off the track stands right behind Lloyd, questioning him. Train is moving at high speeds. How did you get on board? If you came from the front of the train, then turn back. Lloyd raises the front shadow of the girl. Upon seeing Lloyd's face, the figure suddenly falls silent. What's wrong, cat? Ooh! Hold on. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Ooh! I gotta read. I'm gonna. Hold on. Let me read this part. Hold on now. Let me read this part. What's wrong? Got your tongue. Wanky? Lloyd lunges forward, hurling the fixer to the ground before him, then crushes his chest cavity with one stomp. The fixer is a construct. The metal framework inside the construct's chest shatters, spraying faintly gleaming fragments, along with a filthy ring from his chest that hadn't been cleaned for years, now sent flying. I don't think it's not actual Wanky's wife and child. It just reminded him of them. That's what I thought. I was like, yeah. That was my initial thought, but I'm like, nah, could be. Could be his actual wife and child. But I didn't want to jump to conclusions. And Shark Face! Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Hope you're having a good one so far. You're on the back end of the stream. We're finishing up Lloyd's backstory. I speed run the hell out of it because I was so confused on why we're getting a backstory for Lloyd. But now we're gonna go, now we're slowing down because some things got good. So things got good. Some things got good. So now we're here. You will see what happened to them. Oh, cool. We will. All right. Well, then we'll keep on. We'll keep this pace then, and we'll keep this pace now. I'll actually read this part, and then we'll go from there. So, gotta go take a shower midstream. All good. The filthy ring rolls into a corner, and the fixer, pinned down by Lloyd, struggles briefly but can't reach into it no matter how hard he tries. Why is it you? My wing! What, you're searching for your wife and daughter? Why did you stop? You threw that father and daughter off the train with your own hands. Watch them fall into their deaths. Anyone else could have done this, but it shouldn't have been you! Ring, give back to my ring! Wait, is this actually Wanky? Is this actually him? Hold on, I thought this wasn't him. You and Francis were the one who carried out the lost brothers. Francis is dead, and you might as well be dead too! Why is it you? Lloyd, long since numb in a fossil eroded by the wind and sand, actually chokes up. He raises his fist high without using any punishing, frantically pounds blow after blow into Wanky's face. Yes, that's fucked up. Damn, that's fucked up. Wanky's face blurred before his eyes. Lloyd wipes his face with one hand and continues pounding if he could somehow deny reality through his fist. It's him. He survived and joined the academic people. That's fucking insane. Marker 1, Marker 2, Francis, and so many other Lloyds. I cherish them all. And you're the one who survived. The only one left, and you've become this! Why? How foolish you thought if I found you, I could prove my identity. And then I'd... and then what? Go back to Babylonia? I don't know. Vital fluid dripped steadily as the punishing detector on Wanky's body screamed in alarm, revealing a high concentration of the punishing virus in Lloyd's body. Amid the immutable silence, Wanky breaks into a mocking laugh. So that's how it is. You can't go back either. How did you end up like this? It's not the time for me to answer that yet. How did you become like this? Just like you, I've seen the true face of this world, so I can't go back to that haven for good people. Wanky struggles to reach for the ring in the corner. He hooks the metal chain with his pinky finger and clutches it in his palm with the utmost tenderness. You know my story. Shortly after the punishing outbreak, I got separated from the two of them. I searched for them for many years, even after boarding Babylonia and becoming a construct, but only found the smallest of leads. When you had your accident, that strange metallic fellow took you away. I survived. He told me many things, even his firsthand, about my wife and daughter. Gabriel. Lloyd trembles as he realizes Gabriel's hand has been guiding the story. I didn't believe what he told me, so he pointed me to a path where I could see for myself. That's why I deserted, to find a place that middle fellow directed me to. In the end, all I found were 2 wedding cruises and a wedding ring. My wife was slowly shot to death. Oh, my daughter had almost melted. That's fucked. She said she saw the 2 of them escaping in a vehicle, but a fight broke out on board over resources.
My wife's gun was taken from her, and they had become nothing more but insignificant casualties. Oh, shit! No way! That was them? Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! That was from fucking Hanif? Oh, shit! Wow! Wow, the realization just kicked in for me. That's fucked up. Wow. That's crazy. The what now? Okay, Long Boy, do you remember when when Hines, the old man, held the little girl hostage? And do you remember when we were like helping the mother and daughter? Yeah! Now you remember? Yeah, that's wow! Wow, dude, that's so fucking wild! Wow! And so whenever we saw Hines looking up in the sky and it was Gabriel, that's what he meant. That's fucking insane. Whoa. This is why I read this shit. Like, as much as I hate sometimes reading some of this shit, the realization that you get when it comes full circle is fucking wild. So I am glad that I read it. I'm glad that I thugged it out, and now we're here. Like, god damn. Holy shit. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. They fought all the way that way, out on for so long, only to be murdered by other people. Don't just stand there in a daze! Stop avoiding the truth! I say it again, people kill each other! I've turned myself into a jackal on this train, feeding on the content I find. The guy that just stood off, he couldn't feed himself, so he repeatedly traded his own data for food. I've become numb to such sights. The kid was right. If you're going to play hero in the past judgment, then purge all the nothing flesh in this rare college. A single chocolate boy won't save this train. And a lion who just goes with the flow won't save this place when people mad at each other. Why does that hallelujah about a Lord full and silent? I heard you in Babylonia constantly being reborn to recall and racking up in birth of battle records. But look at you now. It wasn't really you, was it? After all, the poster hero they manufactured is nothing like the real you. You're just a coward with occasional bursts of passion, a deserter who betrayed the very spirit of heroism. What's wrong, Lloyd? Does it bother you that I'm saying these things? Have I tainted your new world? Lloyd continues to tremble. Oh, how many more times must I be punished? I can give you one last push. Oh shit! Dang, I just finished and I overhear loud, angry voice acting. Hey, I had to play the role. I had to get into the part. I've definitely gotten better. Thank you. I can't. I can't wait for y'all to see. I can't wait for y'all to see the next short film. I'm gonna go crazy. All right, here we go. The train races forward through the yellow sands. No one knows that a dramatic change is brewing in the last car. It's about to detach and derail. Someone pushed Lloyd, pushing him off the train. Aha! An earth-shattering explosion erupts, finally liberating the rotten flesh that was destined to derail. The long gray figure cradling a small human girl transverses the endless yellow sands, legs pushing forward through billowing dust, breaking into a run. Completely numb to the world, he begins one last aimless run, just like when he had led countless lords in their escape from the false paradise of Babylonia. The punishing virus on his body slowly corrupts the girl, yet he refuses to put her down.
My skin hurts.
It'll be the worst if I put you down. Just hold on a little longer. We'll make it out of here soon.
Are you gonna be my father?
Do you want a father? If that's what you want, then I could.
No, I've seen my friend's father. He didn't seem like a good thing. Please don't.
I'm sorry. Then I'll never be your father. I'll be your partner instead, okay?
Okay, partner. Where are we going?
To the end of the road.
Does that desert have an end?
There should be. If it's like Lost Brothers, then the odds should be a cliff. Back then, he felt lost when facing the cliff. Now he realizes that the cliff is his salvation. If he jumps off of it, everything can restart in a better new world. I'm no longer threatened by the punishment. I will turn into more places to see more of reality. But it's all just deeper despair. Each running shine is no less tragic than the Wednesdays. To the point of her dying in a sense that would become a merciful end.
Are you crying?
Yes. I'm grieving for a tremendous tragedy. He remembers the words that cowardly Lloyd shouted when escaping the fake Babylonia. We'll definitely meet again in the sunlight. Meet again in the sunlight. Be a new world this time. Please tell me that this world is just a ruin belonging to the old one.
I don't know. I've never seen any kind of world. It hurts.
The exhausted girl rests her head against his chest, where there is no heartbeat. Only the humming of mechanical parts driven by the punishing virus. I'm sorry. He holds the girl tightly, the last two souls in the world clinging to each other. He stops in the wind-blown sand, abandoning his hesitation and weakness. After Wanky's final push, he finally sees everything with perfect clarity. This world no longer has an end. No cliff I can jump from to separate truth from illusion. The fort does alive entirely with the punished and lawless. This war corrupts good people, and human civilization has already begun rotting with it long ago. If I don't want to die in chaos, I should have stopped drifting with the current long ago. He sees clearly through the boundless storm of sand and wind. If this world no longer has a cliff, then I will become the war's cliff. Friend, what's your name? I want to save you. At the very least, I want to help you. Silent. He turns his hands over, examining his body anew, feeling the power flowing within him. I can feel that the power obtained to filter it is extremely limited. Oh shit! He looks at Lilith standing not far away. This ascendant has such overwhelming confidence in herself that she doesn't even bother to guard her back.
I understand your intent. Oh, wait, hold on. I understand your intentions. Allow me to offer a brief assessment. Gabriel trusts his deity too much, which is why his vision can never expand to more distant horizons. Of course, none of you have seen the upper limits of the punishing power.
What about the agents? Could even more distant existence accomplish it?
Oh, do you want to become an agent? Want me to introduce you to that gentleman?
Lilith still has her back turned to him as she asks with casual indifference. No, I have no interest for now. My gaze is still not lingering on punishing. Looks outward, his gaze seemingly able to dash through the vast wilderness outside, through the busy crowds in the conversation area, through the people preparing for the battle in Babylonia floating in space. He casts down a pitying glance. I promise, my gaze will always remain on humanity.
Oh, now that's the most important goal, impossible goal. You want to wash away all humanity's inherent flaws. We build a beautiful society based on love and mutual aid. It's been a while since I've heard such a laughable naivety.
You certainly think I'm foolish, and I won't argue against that. After all, whether humans are good or evil means nothing to you. In your eyes, they're just pigs in a pen. But I'm already running down this path, and I don't have much time left.
Oh, no need to explain yourself to me. I've already agreed to your deal.
Go on. Within 2 days, I will remove all of Lord's remains from lost proto students. I've already found a temporary storage location for them.
Oh, don't mention it. I'm merely returning things that are the rightful owner. Come to think of it, I spent quite a lot of time hunting you down back then. Oh, to think that that's an unremarkable little branch could come this far. Auntie's little experiment in her cultivation jar has certainly yielded impressive results. Oh, by the way, if you're calling all these old remaining Lord, then what should you call yourself?
He falls silent for a moment, then speaks the name he has chosen long ago. Call me Iphalates, the betrayal of Lord Shabal this time. When all lords become heroes, all lords will become Iphalates.
It feels so weird it feels so weird unable to get my takes / messages on the story because I haven't read it yet. Also, well, Lilith. Yeah! Yeah! Trust me, it feels weird knowing that some of you guys can't answer either. And I just got a message on my phone from someone who commented saying, damn, why have I never found you? English PGR YouTuber already past chapter 33 is super rare. So, hey, I'm doing something right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing something right. So, all right. Woo! Just my hunch. Is this the Lloyd that defected from Vanessa? No, that was Teasel. Teasel was the one that defected from Vanessa. I don't know. I think I just spoiled you that part. Ooh, I think I just spoiled that for you. Mom, I'm so sorry if I did. I'm so sorry if I just spoiled you there. Fuck! I didn't mean to if you didn't know that part. What chapter? Okay, let's go with that. What chapter are you on right now? Before I say anything else, that way I got my base. I got my base established on what the hell I need to talk about. Oh no, it's all good. I was just curious on who Lloyd is. Did you read Vera's interludes? Let's go with that. While you type, we're gonna continue on here. So okay, whoo, that was a good chapter. I mean, to be honest, both are hot guys with long white hairs and a pretty face. They do have the same hair. They do have the same hair. I'm on Echoes, but very behind on the ear chapters, and no, I haven't read Vera's interludes. Okay. It's going to be very hard for me to tell you without spoiling it. You know what? I think the best choice for me to say is you're just gonna have to get to the point where you are able to read it. Cause anything I say past that point is gonna spoil you, and I'm not about to be doing that to you. So you're on Echoes Adrift. That's what? Infinite Loop? No, that's for New Arc. No, Echoes Adrift. Echoes Adrift. Echoes Adrift. Oh, you're talking about Floating Record. Echoes Adrift. Echoes Adrift. Echoes Adrift. Cinder Burns Arc. Rivers Aware. Cinder Rat. Whoa. Echoes Adrift. Where are you at? Soaring Beyond. Polaris Bound. Cradle Parade. Chaos Unsnared. Files of Chronos. New Divide. Her Last Bow. Surviving Luciment. Prison Sight. Where's Echoes Adrift at? I'm not seeing that. Is that a renewal? No. Oh! Oh. I'm a goofy. Oh, my fault. Bro, my fault. I was a goofy. I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at the wrong one. I'm like, Echoes Adrift. I don't remember where that's at. I'm looking back, I'm like, I'm not seeing it. Oh, I'm a goofy. Oh, it's fucking funny. Oh, God. Okay. All right. With that out of the way. I know, Lilith.
Perhaps it's
Lol. Okay, now that that's out of the way. Oh, wait, we can just do this.
side story. It is Journey of Promise. Here it is. Nope. Well, is that the main story? Is that the side story? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, we will do Pilgrim's Remains. We will do it Tuesday. Just because I believe I've got some things I gotta take care of today, but I'm gonna double check. It'll fucking let me load. There we go. Yes, we will do her reading Tuesday, since this is kind of like the wrapping up of stuff, and then we get into the main story, which I am super excited for. Finally, about damn time we get back on the main story. It's gonna be a good one. I'm excited for it. I don't know. I take that back. I know some things that happened because someone decided to spoil me, but I don't know how we got there. So I'm excited to see how it's gonna go. It's also crazy to think of how far you've gotten, especially looking back on when I found your streams and you basically passed me. Yeah, that's the other thing. I started all the way in the Vortex. No, yeah, in the Vortex. No, it wasn't Disaster. I started in the Disaster arc. I started on Chrome's chapter way long ago, and I believe I went even. I believe it was even farther than that. Let me check. Yeah, it was on. Yeah, it was these. I remember. I started. Now, when I started on Twitch, it was on Firm Night. I remember playing Firm Night. I did not remember doing Echo Lost Chapter. I fucking hated this chapter. I did not like this chapter, ladies and gentlemen. This was such a raunchy read for me. This was a bad chapter. I remember starting on Firm Night, then going to Count Long, and then getting to the Disaster arc. If we want the true origins, that's how it went. It was extra story, then it went to Vertex. So it's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a long time coming to where I'm at now. And I don't even remember. I remember way back then saying, like, I will get to these chapters. I remember it was here. I said, I will get to these chapters eventually. I'm in no rush. I know I'll get there. And look at us. Look at me now, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. We are damn near 2 chapters away being caught up. It's fucking insane. So, all right. That's going to do it for tonight, for today's stream. Like I said, we will do Journey to Promise, we would do Pilgrim's Remains Tuesday. Just because I've got to get some things getting started on the content-wise on the back end. And yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen there. And now you surpassed this one. Yeah. I remember all of you were giving me, like, were helping me, were guiding me along and like getting context in my, or helping put context into the story of some stuff. And I remember that. I remember I'd be like, what? I was like, what is happening here? And then you all would be like, oh, don't worry, you'll know later in the chapters. Like, you'll know later down the road. I'm like, damn, it's crazy. It's so insane. I remember that vividly too. I'd be asking questions like, what is this? Or does this go with that? And all you guys would just say, oh, don't worry. You'll find out later in the story. And then when like something was getting ready to happen, you would be like, oh shit, it's getting ready to happen. Carefree tried to rush, but hard to keep up. I remember when Carefree followed me too, and he would help a lot. And then I remember me passing him, and now he's a little behind me now. He's I believe he's still on Shaper's Ripples, if I'm not mistaken. But so yeah. He left the streams just to rush. Yeah, he did. He really did. I remember that. He did. Oh, what chapter was that? What chapter did he leave on? Was it Kratos Parade? I know it was somewhere in this arc. It was in the renewal arc. It's when he left. I want to say it was Kratos Parade is when he left. To go rush.
I believe it was somewhere in the renewal arc. I want to say it was Lamia's chapter when it happened. But hey, though, it's been glad to have been, and will continue to be a part of the journey forward. Oh, I can't wait for you all to see what I have in store for you all. Like, ladies and gentlemen, I shit you not when I tell you that I'm working on a lot of things and some things are coming along. Like, things are really coming along. Like, things are really moving here. And I can't wait. Ooh! Oh, I can't wait. You all are in for a treat. You all are in for a treat. I truly mean that. You all are in for a treat, and I cannot wait. Like, this here is finally coming along. I can't wait. I really can't wait to show you all. I just gotta be really patient. I gotta be on everything. Oh shit! Oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait. It's gonna be such a fun journey for what I have for this channel and what's gonna happen. And it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be so good. Now, to clear up the elephant in the room. All right, to clear the elephant in the room, I'm gonna get this. We're gonna talk about this right now. Floating record, Vera's chapter. Will this be getting a short film? No. Now, reason being, let me explain. The reason being this will not be getting a short film is because of what I have with this upcoming short film. To me, this short film takes more priority over this floating record. Because this one is very special to me. This short film means a lot to me that I'm working on. Because it directly sets the pace for a lot of things to be coming up. And as much as I would have liked to done this floating record, this short film takes priority over this right now. Because this short film sets things up a lot. A lot of things get put into motion. Now, that me saying this very recently that a lot of things are in motion is not a lie. A lot of things are actually in motion now. A lot of things are moving. And this short film is very special to me. Because it's a part in this book that I was wanting. It's a part in this that will finally get shed to light. And I just can't wait. I can't wait to do it. Now, the two main stories, they will be getting short films. Like that is a no-brainer. These two will be getting short films because they're main stories. This just won't. As good as it was, I think that it's best to be left untouched. For me, at least. Like, the way that they drew this story out, the way that they had all this come out, I think for me personally, I don't want to touch it. It's because of that. But, again, this short film I'm working on takes priority over this. So, will it be the next short film, or do you get another thing planned before then? No, this should be the next short film. This will be the one that I'm working on currently. Will be the next, like the one I'm talking about now, the one that is special, is going to be the next short film. And then the next short films will be main story. And then I've got a couple other short films. And then we go from there. So like I said, there's a lot to be done still, but this one specifically that I'm working on that will come out next directly helps set ties up for these two chapters. Because I'm not gonna spoil it on this. How we ended on Selena's chapter, the way it ended, if y'all haven't read it, or if you have read it, you know what I'm talking about. The way it ended
for how we're setting up here is like, okay, I got it. I know what I want to do. So this short film here not only sets things up for the grand scheme of things, it also sets things up for how it also sets things up for me to get into this chapter. So that's why I'm not doing Vera's floating record. Now, that being said, I might touch on it like in this short film if I want to, but I don't think I will, just because I've already got the script on how I want it. So look forward to it. Look forward to this next short film. Like I said, it's very special to me. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I should hopefully have it out by next week, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I have to get some timings on things. But it's gonna be good. I'm excited for it. It's a lot of fun. It's gonna be a different type of pacing, but it's pacing that is needed, and I can't wait. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, I don't want to keep any more time away from y'all. You all have been here since 6 my time. Some of you in the mornings, like early in the mornings. Some of you late at nights, and some of you in the afternoon. So I don't want to keep you guys here any more longer than needed. I thank you all so much for being here. You all did not have to be here tonight, and the fact that you guys decided to come by and spend time with me and watch me, I do not take that for granted at all. You all know that I don't take this for granted at all. I'm very blessed to be in this position, and I'm very grateful to be able to bring out my creative side to show you all. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I will see you all Tuesday night, where we will be doing Vera's affection story and then potentially getting into the main story if we have time. So until then, I hope you all have a good weekend. I hope you all stay safe. Have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Have a good morning. And I will see you all in the next stream. Until then, take care of yourself. I'm out. Peace.